Act natural. So your mom can see it.
I'm getting our YouTube stream up.
Oh, yeah, by the way, you're on YouTube now, live. You want to tell Chicky?
What now?
Let Chicky know that you're on YouTube right now, totally live?
Yeah.
It's streaming?
All right.
Bust out that phone, Coach. Come on, Chicky. Man. No. Just sweetie city in Texas.
You gotta love this UTEP Wi-Fi.
Oh, yeah, especially with the rain.
Chicky knows about the shark.
She does.
Yeah.
Excellent. A little different than the bar setting like last time. A little more official.
What was a bar setting?
Oh, no, not like we went to a bar to drink. But more... That came out bad. Sorry.
That's not really.
Hey, things with a drink. What did you do?
Remember we got wasted, Bree? Yep. Just kidding.
What, herring at a bar? No.
We were at Ale House, right? It was Ale House?
No, not even close.
We did do that, yes.
Oh, different way.
Coach went there.
So where were we at?
That's squad goals.
That was
right
with
there.
Cappy.
Oh, gotcha,
Oh,
yeah.
the tavern, right?
Yeah.
There you go. It's no longer there. It's like Fool's Gold.
Fool's Gold, yeah.
How do
Yeah,
you
that
know?
just opened,
I
right?
just saw it right now.
Yeah, it
No,
just
was
opened. I
with
saw it
Steve
the other day.
Kaplowitz.
Cabby.
You're dead ass right.
Yeah.
Boss man. There we go. I just tagged you guys in our live stream.
I like it.
Our live.
And that was quite impressive because Kaplowitz asked her, said, give me one word to describe Coach, and she couldn't think of one.
Already told
She brought that up.
So,
Bree's always a fun interview.
yeah.
She said before we started she's really bad, and I told her we're going to change that tonight.
You need to back up so I can hear you a little better.
Well, we're not going yet.
Okay.
I will.
Thank you.
I'm
She's
just
like,
tagging
no,
her
I'll talk to my
so
mic
her
the
mom
entire
can watch
time.
it.
Nice.
And we're going to show Jackie how good she is at interviews.
Tag Chicky.
No, they
Who's
just
Chick? I don't know who
they
Chicky
just make
is.
fun of
I
me
tagged
all
you,
the time.
so you
Dude,
can.
one of my chicken is named Chicky.
Boss has chickens. Like literally chickens.
Right.
Like chickens.
Not figured it'll be chicken.
Hey,
It's too early to start it.
Russell, we're not even in the show yet, buddy. Slow down. Whose Chicky is that?
Sweetheart. Total.
She likes Will.
I like her
Thomas.
too.
Who doesn't
Oh,
like
your
Will
mom,
Harry?
they call her
EPPD.
Chicky.
Yeah, that's her
Oh, she
nickname.
is very nice.
Right?
She's a very nice lady.
She's in your fan club.
All right, boss.
She's like, why didn't you play Thomas a forward earlier?
We'll talk about that.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
We are going to have that discussion tonight.
it will.
I want the
happen.
full story from both of you on that story tonight.
Uh-oh. Look at Montez throwing down the gauntlet here, man.
Wow.
Well, I want, but we talked about it on
Yeah.
the last time you were here. Now we're just going to get it on air. That
Yeah, count down, Boston.
Alrighty, on 3.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome alongside the gifted growler Will Herring.
Oh, we're going right to left this time, huh? Is that our guess?
Yeah, you
I
get to
like
be the
it.
first one.
Ayo.
And here's a curveball with Vossel Zabanal.
Hey.
What? He's last.
And of
He's
course, the
copying
voice
me.
of the Tigers, Michael Montez. How y'all doing?
24!
That's a lot of them.
That's a lot of them.
Climbing up. We can say hi to our live YouTube stream right now. That
Hello,
camera back there,
YouTubers.
Will. It is the shootout's honor to have once again Coach Kevin Cross with us.
Thank you.
Don't introduce the next guest. Can you play the bite or?
No, we're gonna have to edit that in.
Okay, we're gonna have that in. Okay, get it, the bite. So everybody we're gonna pause, and then
Here it comes.
he's gonna edit in the.
Yeah.
Okay, because I did this whole like Jaws dun.
See, if you brought it to me on a CD, because that's how old the stuff is here.
Oh,
What did you
really?
play?
And it was like 1998 in here.
You should have brought a jukebox or something.
We
A
have Windows
jukebox?
95. That's the type
How would
of
I bring a
operating system.
jukebox? It's like a 700-pound object.
Yeah.
Just pick it up on my shoulders.
You're a strong guy, Will.
No.
Would you like to introduce our next guest?
I
Bring
got it here. Do you want
the shark,
Oh.
Thomas.
Oh, you're ready for season.
Straight up
I am beyond
announcer
ready.
block.
Just ready.
I got a little excited when you
Good.
said
A little
that.
piddle.
Whoa, let's go
I
play
felt like she
some
just scored a
soccer.
goal.
Two yellows.
Latex
Red card part of the.
perspective, and I just
Sit next to you on the
give me a chance.
spring season. Scored in every
game we didn't. That's
yeah. And when she came up
I
to you and
appreciate that and all that too, because I had forgotten she got the red card in the UTSA game. That does make a difference in a game when you're losing a key player, even if she's at defense. But maybe a negative thing turned into a positive for us. But I just remember thinking that we couldn't hold a ball up top every time we went to the forwards. It was a turnover. So after the game, we told the team they got to be tougher, learn to hold the ball. That we're going to make some changes. And then I remember pulling the staff in and saying, hey, I want to try Candy Shottery, who we call Casey, and Thomas up top. And then I got on the bus and I was pissed. And nobody sits next to me on the bus.
You say the P word?
I'm sorry.
He did say the P word.
See, Coach?
I shouldn't have said that. I was a little irritated.
That's okay.
The right motion of that night came back. Did you see that?
Y'all get me fired up today.
Yeah. That's good, though. That's what we do on the shootout.
Can you edit that out?
No.
No.
It's real
Just his
authentic.
line.
Oh, what's up, Chicky?
Oh, man.
See what you did?
So anyway, I just remember sitting down and she came and actually sat next to me and said, Coach, I can do it. And I said, this is one of the most positive things going into this season is seeing Thomas play forward for a full season. But I do kid with her every time I put her up there. I tell her if she doesn't score, we're going to move her back.
You're gonna move her
defense.
You're out.
Yeah.
It does motivate me though.
You're going to be an announcer.
So it does motivate you to stay up front that you have to score in every game, which you've done except one time.
Right.
Right on. How exciting.
Oh, I just noticed I'm logged into like Luke Liddon's Facebook account. Apparently he logged himself into my phone and it didn't unlog itself.
You need to message all the
Oh,
girls.
I'm going to.
Have some fun.
He has like 1,200 friends. So.
You need to message all of them. Nice.
All right, Coach. So I know this upcoming week you guys are going to be going into your practices, getting ready for the season.
Right.
What type of plans do you have for this season? We asked a couple of players, or I guess we asked Aaliyah Davis last week.
Mm-hmm.
You know what her goals were for the team. I said a national championship.
Yeah. What else would we go for on the show?
No pressure again,
pressure.
Coach. Sorry.
National championship.
Whoa.
Realistically speaking, though, what are your expectations for this season?
Realistically, I think we can be at the top of the conference. I mean, I'm not afraid of any of the teams in the conference. But saying that, you know, you got to have a little bit of luck. We got to stay healthy and get a few breaks. But there's not a team in this conference that I'm afraid of. So I think we should be at the top and we can compete to win it. And if things go our way, we got a chance to do it. We have a really strong senior class. This is their last shot. They're motivated with Thomas leading the way. And you just got to speak to Aaliyah, you know, and she just got named defensive preseason player of the conference. So there's a lot of talent in that group. And we feel like we got a little bit bigger team with more depth this year.
How do you get nominated as a preseason candidate for defensive player? You're shaking your head.
Just good.
Just fantastico.
Just lay people
The
out.
hammer.
The coaches vote on the players, and it's pretty much what you did last season. So they don't know if she's 10 pounds heavier or 10 pounds lighter or anything. It's just, you know how it goes.
Can you vote on announcers?
Yeah, because you would win it. You would win it. There's no announcer in
We don't
Shark-
even need to vote on that. No, that's
I love you
known. The
guys.
guy on YouTube is the best.
Yeah, the other announcers are boring compared to you.
I have to admit they are. The
Yeah.
announcers are pretty
Do you guys really listen to that?
sometimes, you know, it's pretty much like at other schools, it's like on an intercom, so it's like.
How
very-
cute.
Yeah.
And they try to be all like professional. And Will's like gets us pumped
Oh,
up,
yeah.
gets our crowd going, gets all
I'm
of
the
us.
least
Aaliyah Davis
professional
said that the
person
other
you'll
teams
meet.
hate him.
Yeah.
But that's good for you guys.
Yes.
Hate is a strong word. That's kind of
I
mean.
said
I
that,
heard
though.
they hate when we play like the Olay song before the gigs.
The coaches don't like that. They come and yell at me, but I'm not in charge of the music, so they can scream and yell all they
That's
want.
the other cool thing is we've got those big speakers right in their coach's box.
Good.
You
Yeah,
talk about a home field advantage, the announcer and then the music right there behind the coaches.
Yep.
Man.
That's a part of
yeah,
it.
Will is a key to our success. When it comes to who's going to be our announcer, it's Will, automatic.
Thank you, Coach.
It's true. We had that meeting a few weeks ago.
Speaking of key to success, this is your 20th season
Oh, wow.
as the UTEP head soccer coach.
16th as the head coach is what Mark told me today. I know I've been here for 19 years. When I hit May, I'll be here for 20 years. So that's the only thing I really know.
Never a losing season.
Just the very first season, 2001.
Well, we're not going to count that one. So
No.
never a losing
No.
season.
No. So 2002 on.
What
Do you still
attribute-
get excited for camp? Or is it more of a grind now at this point
No.
after 19 years?
No, because I feel more motivation actually now than I ever have. I mean,
Really?
last year we were 4-4-2 in conference, so we had a winning record and didn't make it to the tournament. And I just feel like we've got so much talent. And to be honest, we've got like 2 second place trophies sitting in there in our locker room. And my dream in my life is to win a championship at UTEP, either the tournament or the regular season. And I don't want to do it anywhere else. I want to do it here at UTEP because I've only missed the first year of the program, so this program is like part of my family.
Kind of
So,
you.
Yeah, yeah. So I've seen other teams pick up that first place trophy where we have to take the second place trophy home. So that's my dream.
And Bree, what are the players saying? What are their goal for this year?
The same thing.
National championship.
Boom.
The shootouts say
Okay.
national championship. What are the players saying?
I know that's what you guys want, and of
We're
course
gonna
that's
get
what we want, but we have to be realistic.
That's what
Me
realistic is.
personally, I think we could go undefeated. I think
Mm.
that's my personal goal, and I have talked to the seniors, and I've tried to tell them, like, we could do this. Every team we could beat, so, like, let's just do it. Like, why can't we do it, right? But, there are refs sometimes.
We know that. You're right.
Refs could, mess us up a little, but we can definitely be on top of our conference and definitely make the tournament and win it.
And I'm curious, when I see you play, I think of a lot of speed and toughness. What would you say is your best strengths about being a player? Like what separates Bree Thomas from and being able to score in like every single game except one? What makes you special?
I would say my
The helmet.
mentality.
Her what?
Our helmet.
What a helmet! Every time you
Special people handicapped with that.
No.
That'll be it.
That'll be it now, jerk.
That was funny.
You jerk.
No, definitely my mentality. I just want to, go. I don't care if I messed up. I just keep going and going. I guess that would be my strong mentality.
What would you say it is, Coach?
It's got to be her mentality. She's got the best mentality pretty much on the team. Like, she is a fighter, a competitor, has a chip on her shoulder. I mean, even today we had a meeting with our trainer, and she's like, if they all had the mindset of Thomas, I mean, if you have a whole team of Thomas, they're never losing a game out there. But in a positive sense, I mean, she's just as competitive and as they come. And I mean, it is her mentality. But on top of that, she's extremely athletic and has crazy skills that she can pull out of nowhere at times. But the main thing is her competitiveness.
And she's very well coached.
Hey.
I don't know about that. It took a while for me to get her to forward, so.
It doesn't matter how long it took you. It matters that you got her.
Yeah.
Yes.
Finally got her there.
16 seasons of success. What do you attribute that to?
Wow. I mean, I put everything I have into it, and there's so many things. I mean, we've been really blessed with great players, and I give everything I have here. But we've really had great players, and they recruit themselves. I mean, today we're talking about team identity, and they're a family, and they take care of each other and recruit other good players here. And then the city is awesome too. Like, I mean, people like you, like that home field atmosphere you're talking about. They don't have that at other places, and we don't get to be on podcasts. Like, it doesn't happen at the Lady Texters like it does here. I mean, we just, having 1,000 people at our games and being on the front page of the newspaper and having tailgates before the games. I mean, all that stuff all together. I mean, we got the beautiful field, great weather. I mean, I could go on and on why, but I just love it here.
Why did your sister Vanessa played at NMSU, Bree? So why did you come to UTEP?
How'd that work? How's that at, like, Thanksgiving?
It's fine. It's fine. I mean,
There's no story there.
No, she's all, no.
I'm not trying to start a little drama.
It's really not a big
Well,
deal.
I'm trying to
'cause
start a
we
little
beat the
drama.
crap out of them every time we play
it's
them.
not an issue at all. Like, she even does
I'll fix that.
up now.
Oh, she does.
She swore she would never wear orange, and she did.
I like it.
Boom.
She's
To
awesome.
be honest about it is, I found out about her sister late in the process. I think after she had already committed out there to New Mexico State, and then the very first game of New Mexico State program history was against one of our strong UTEP teams, and her sister was able to shut down one of our best players that I thought her name was Chelsea Winbush, and I saw the competitiveness in her sister, and I was like, I do not want to play against that again. And I
Learned your lesson.
I knew Bree was really talented, and so we were really lucky. I got on that a lot earlier, so I just didn't find out about Ness until later. But she's been really supportive. Bree's got one of the biggest fan clubs on the team. Her whole family's out cheering her on.
Kind of a part of it too. I'm a Bree fan.
I did have to talk to her about her truck because it had the Aggie sticker from her sister.
Okay.
It was my sister's.
What
Yeah.
in the
I took it
world?
off. and I could've used
How
it.
did
How
how do you allow that to
Give
happen?
her a sticker.
It didn't take her long.
Oh, I got the message. Don't worry. I took it off.
And your little brother now, I don't know if people realize this, but her little brother is probably one of the top safeties in the city last year at Hanks, Randy Thomas, and now he's going to walk on at UTEP. You just told me before the show started.
Wow.
Oh, cool.
That is very
So
cool.
if he makes a team, they'll have 3 Division I athletes in that
Ah.
family.
Doing
Pretty
something right.
good. Pretty good, and he's
Well,
really athletic.
He's owned a team already. He's number 39. So.
Right, but I'm saying if he gets out there and plays like
Right.
you two have,
Right.
establishes
Very
himself.
excited for him.
So
It's always good
he's
to
gonna be
see.
there.
yeah, he should.
With the Thomas mentality, you know he will.
Yeah, he should. I mean,
Another
I've seen
shark.
he makes plays. Kid makes plays.
I'm very excited.
Can we call him Sharknado?
No.
Shark
Can I call you
Junior?
Sharknado?
She's like, I have the shark. The shark is all
You
over.
can call him Tornado, and then it could be Sharknado.
Oh, hey.
And there's Bree. I like it. Last season, there was a little controversy. I guess I didn't count down the last 10 seconds properly. I didn't get to the 0 where I was supposed to have, and we scored a goal right
You're
between.
just really trying to get me fired up today.
A little bit, coach. Digging deep. What happened there? What was the deal?
It was your fault.
I, sorry, I ruined UTEP soccer
I know.
again.
No.
No,
I'd
pretty
never,
well.
Thanks.
never called it Will's fault, but
Never.
But no, you didn't.
The shootout will.
We will.
so they counted it
Not to his
down.
face.
We had this corner kick, and you said 1, and then we scored. Then the ref blew his whistle, and then he said no goal. So that's how I saw it. That's how the video shows it to me every time I watch it. But maybe I'm biased, but it should have been a goal.
I didn't sleep for like 2 weeks after that. So that's okay.
Oh, that play still bothers me.
I learned that I have to say the 0 after the 1, so everybody knows that we're at 0, so we can score a goal.
Right,
Is that
but
like
you-
a conference rule?
No.
No.
That's crazy. To me, it's crazy thinking that
It was
they
a
would
goal.
make an announcer do that.
In fact, the head referee assigner has timed it, and we scored clearly before the clock went out. I mean, and even if it was a tie, you would think you would give it to the home team, but it wasn't. I mean, it was clearly before the last second went out. But that's kind of what Thomas was talking about. Sometimes you don't get the breaks, but
Yeah.
you learn from them.
That's crazy that they would say that was your fault.
Oh no, they didn't say it was my fault. They didn't do that. I was just playing.
I'll say that right now. It
We'll
wasn't.
say it's his
Yeah.
fault. It's crazy
Yeah.
that we're saying it's your
But
fault.
but you know what? That's awesome because now you gave them motivation. They're gonna go out and win every game by like 5 goals.
Yeah, now I'm like
The
3,
referees.
2, 1.5, 1.2.5.
So
Point zero
we
three.
could have had another win on our record if you would just slowed your roll down just a little bit.
Thanks, coach.
If you knew 0 was there, national championship.
Hey, they said there'd be no math.
You cost us a national championship player.
Again?
But okay, so that was just like a referee's preference. Is that how it goes?
It was his decision. Is he thought the ball that the time ran out before the ball went in the goal. The replay on the video shows the ball going in before the time ran out, but that was his decision, and the center referee gets to make the final decision, even if it could be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
We don't do replays in soccer.
Oh,
Yeah, the replay would have changed his
We
mind.
should.
now we need replays in soccer.
We do.
I'm saying it right now.
So Coach, we're recording on August 2nd, and you guys start camp tomorrow. What are your goals for the camp the next couple weeks?
Get ready for August 19th.
I mean, is it just a bunch of conditioning, or how much is it? What's the split on like conditioning versus skill and scrimmaging?
Coach Leach, our strength coach.
Raider.
Yep, he looked at all of our practices, and then he has fitness in there, but you have to kind of reduce that because we're in 2-a-day, so he doesn't overdo that. Our afternoon practices, a lot of that is scrimmaging because you can't really duplicate anything but game fitness. So, we're going to work on different tactics. So we might start out with the defense and then work with the attack quite a bit and just see what combinations work. But basically, it's just to get ready for the season. And those that have done the work this summer are going to be ready, and then there's going to be some others that are, struggling.
Puking on the side like we
Exactly.
would. Like the shootout boys would.
How would you be passed out?
I'm puking on the side with him just talking.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm like, damn, that's a lot. I'm like, we're so not in there right now.
But did you see the smile that he got on his face when you asked him, like, what about camp? He's like, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's work.
Can't wait.
We're going to put in some work the next couple weeks.
Now the girls have asked to have a tougher camp than last year. So
Have you asked for a tougher
Bree?
camp, Bree?
Tell us.
Bree's looking like
We
not
there?
so much. That wasn't me.
When was this vote taken?
I was not in that vote.
No, I like camp. It gives us a chance to, we basically have a whole new team. 11 newcomers. So it gives us a chance to, work with them. And it is tough, but, as long as you take care of your body, 2 ice baths a day, you'll be fine.
That's cool. And it's your last one. How fast did that come?
Oh my God, like snapping my fingers.
Yeah.
That's also motivation, last camp, like let's get it done.
Undefeated national championship.
You know it.
that's what I like about Thomas is she's just like right to the point, 1 or 2 sentences. When she speaks, you listen, but she doesn't do all that fluff. She just is straight shooter.
I heard last week from Aaliyah Davis that you are also one of the more aggressive players.
Favorite.
I guess so. I feel like I'm one of the smallest, but I play like I'm the size of Aaliyah.
You do.
This is the way I'll tell you. Is pound for pound, she's the strongest player on the field. So whatever she weighs, there's no one stronger at whatever her weight is. She can lay players out that are bigger than her, and she never pulls out of a challenge. There was a game in the spring, was it Air Force, when you did that flip, and oh my gosh, it was crazy. It was a spring game that means just a little bit, but nothing like the fall. And it's a 50-50 ball, and she goes charging in with the goalkeeper, does a flip, lands on her collarbone, and then she's like, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, this is serious. And she just tells me, she's like, Coach, I'll be fine. I'm always going to be fine. That's like the kind of attitude she has. And she was hurting, obviously, but she's just got an awesome mindset.
Was that the one where
Quick
you had to
time
do
out.
X-rays?
Sorry, Mike.
Pause right here, quick.
I can barely hear Coach. What's
I
going
was
on?
wondering, it sounded different.
Yeah.
No, we'll fix it right now. That was a good story too. Did you
Why
hear
is
it,
it-
Sound guy.
Yeah, the mic started like dying in the middle of that.
That's on this one, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like kind of went silent all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Just dropped down a
Mhm.
little bit.
They've also get him a new mic.
Yeah, alright.
I hope
Sorry about that, Coach.
No, it's no problem.
You're doing great, Bree.
Yeah.
You're doing phenomenal.
It's the most talkative I've
I'm
ever
going
heard
to tell
you.
Jackie on Saturday. I'm going to be like, dude, she was awesome.
Leave it with me.
And
So I
just
could
thank
talk
Jackie
to us
for
about it.
tell me to put her at forward.
Okay, I will. I'll tell her you said thanks.
Yeah, I'm going to thank her too when I see her.
Yeah, she did tell me that when I saw her at the spring game. She's like, yeah, so I just told her to go for it, and what did she have to lose?
That's
All right,
exactly
Jax.
what she told me.
You know what
She's like,
though?
What do you got to lose?
Mhm.
Him saying no. I'm like, okay.
Then you go back to left back.
Yeah. Still can score goals from left back.
Very true.
I would say most of the girls though wouldn't have the confidence to say what she said.
Right, to come up to you and do
Or
that.
the attitude, or
The chutzpah.
Yeah, exactly.
So maybe that red card was a blessing because you didn't get to see the game from.
More red.
Yeah.
Just kidding,
Get
Jack,
a red
sorry.
card.
Playing.
No one likes sitting out. but
No.
I
So-
did view
so
it
for me.
differently.
Don't shake, Vassal.
Sorry, man. It's
Nerve-wracking.
no, I didn't have a joke for this. I'm so sad. Keep it sad.
Yeah, usually you're
Keep it
funnier.
clean, please.
Well, yeah. I can't even. I'm not even gonna say that because then you guys are gonna rat at me. Anyway, I'm not giving you that opportunity, man.
Just say it, Boston. We're nice people.
I can't even get it in, man.
That's not a surprise at all.
No.
Yeah. See, there we go. There we go. Let's fix this. Let's do it real quick, mic check again.
Love me some Bree.
Check 1, 2.
Still
Oh
not.
wait,
Still
I'm
not.
not in there. So.
Yeah, he's gonna switch it to make sure that like they can hear you properly.
All right. They've been doing that before that story too.
Oh, yeah, it's fitting out.
Yeah.
And I was looking at Voss, and we're both kind of like, talking to each other with their eyes.
Yeah, because you can usually hear it back in your.
It's
you
dead.
can hear
Yeah.
it.
Probably
Okay.
the wire then.
Let me call Dennis. Luckily, he's still here.
Boo-doo-doo-doo.
Yeah.
Technical difficulties.
It's cool having like a sound booth and
So
stuff
how
like
does
that.
this work with the live podcast then? If we're having
Well,
this
they
break?
can see us there,
Right, this is their mic.
Oh, okay.
So they hear everything that's going on. And then,
but he'll edit it, so we won't hear any of this on the show.
Oh, okay.
except
you
the,
guys
the
share it and
YouTube
stuff.
will be live. That's going
Yeah.
to be regardless.
Yeah.
But Mike is like a master editor, so he'll put it in the system and like clean it all up, and it'll come out great.
It'll sound amazing.
It makes me sound good.
Yeah.
And that is hard.
That's a lot of work.
Like I tell
Oh,
them,
sorry.
It's a lot of work.
Sorry, sugar.
It's
Sorry,
not
sugar
to
spike.
make them sound good, it's to make me sound better.
In fact, he makes them quieter, so all you hear is Mike. It's pretty great.
Usually. How's your summer going? Great.
Just got a new little puppy.
You got a puppy?
Mhm.
What kind of puppy?
It's a Cocker Spaniel Terrier
No
mix.
wonder I liked it.
In
It is like
He's
this
in the
big.
car right now.
the car?
Not
Really?
by himself. He's with my boyfriend.
He's driving.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's driving. Oh my god, there was a lady at Walmart. I don't know here. She left her dogs in the car. The car on, and she went inside Walmart, and the dog somehow put it in shift and pushed on the gas, and it ran into the building.
Oh.
What?
Really?
Was the dog like Scooby Doo?
It was too.
Hello, Raggy. We're going to Walmart. Like my Scooby. Yeah,
That was
it is.
really good. I was like, wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, I'm practicing my Scooby impressions.
Yeah.
Just kidding, I haven't.
So, how excited are you for the
He's
start
gonna
of the
plug it
season?
through a different mic.
I'm
Yeah.
getting crazy. Luke's excited. We're ready to do a story on you.
You want me to put
So
this mic back, or you want to just use the other one, or what?
No, we're just gonna plug it into that mic. It's not the mic, it's the wire. So we'll leave the mic there.
Yeah. So this is the new one from the other room. So just use this for now.
yeah, let's use the new one.
We can do that.
Game day's coming fast, though.
Telling you,
Super.
Sorry about that, bro.
It's no problem.
this building's like 100,000 years old. So
What is that on?
No
6?
AC or nothing.
Yes.
It is hot, huh?
Yeah.
I was thinking that. It's usually not, though.
I'm not hot.
Well, you are
Dude,
hot,
I can't-
figuratively.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I came in sandals, tank top. I don't care. I mean, I'm on my break. I haven't had a break from school in a while, so I have 2 weeks and back to school. So I am taking advantage of it. Oh, and like when you see us look down, totally not ignoring you. I know you know this, Coach. Just going down to our notes and like
Yeah.
kind of adding things.
I'm
and
so
stuff
impressed
like
with your notes tonight.
that. Thank you,
Last week he was writing them like on the go, but today you're like already.
dude. I'm a professional.
You are so professional.
Thanks,
Yeah.
He's like, thanks.
and a good liar.
No problem.
So, Vassal, how long has that been happening?
It just happened like the last 20 seconds before we stopped it.
Right,
Okay.
To me, it didn't sound
Check
different
1, 2.
until
There he
Yeah,
is.
that
the
sounds
very
right.
end. Yeah.
Toad's perf.
Toads, perf.
So Thomas, Will almost he was trying to decide between New Mexico State and UTEP. I told him he could not be the UTEP soccer announcer if he went to New Mexico State.
No, you wouldn't even be like considered.
Oh, that's kind of mean.
It's
Wow.
honest.
I agree
True.
with that.
But
Goodness.
you know what? I have
you
to
made
agree
the
with
right
my cousin.
decision.
Announcers' lives matter.
They,
They do. We really do.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Mike's the announcer too.
That's
Announcer
how we
the
met.
football team.
That's all this magic happened.
volleyball team.
Yeah, see, announcer
Magic.
Franklin. That's one of my stadiums.
Best school in El Paso. Sorry,
I wouldn't
Hanks.
say that.
I wouldn't
I
say
just
that.
Definitely would say
Where'd you
that.
go to high school?
Hanks.
Thanks, all right.
they're like
Meh.
like a legacy at Hanks, like from their parents. That's where their parents met, and then
I didn't
now
know
these
that.
three have all gone there.
Wow.
And then isn't like one of your or something?
He was, and then he moved to Horizon in
Oh, okay.
Bel Air. He's at Bel Air right
Was
now.
your great
There's a lot of
grandfather
people
like
get
the
them
Hanks
confused.
Knight,
No.
the original Hank Knight?
Where were
So what did you do?
I mean, they said it was more just
Thank goodness.
Right.
my nerves.
I've been out for like 3 months.
No,
I'm
it
I would never
Fine.
play again. And she's like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's nothing. We're good.
But she was like holding her arm, and she told me, she's like, Coach, I'll be fine. Don't worry.
She's like, I'm not going out like
Yeah.
Tony Romo.
I,
Low blow.
Cowboys fan, I can say it.
yeah.
All right.
That's why he gained 50 pounds. So that way whenever he falls,
no.
it's cushion.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think Keaton's the one that told us that story about the one in Albuquerque.
Mhm.
And she was like, and you just kind of got up and you were like, and then after the game, you're like, yeah, this isn't right.
Your arm's all wonky.
Yeah.
I don't think it's right.
Showed a full Wolverine and it just fixed itself.
X-Men's reference. I like
Yeah,
it.
right?
First one on the podcast.
Someone has the video of that.
I do, but I don't have my phone with me.
Yeah.
Aw.
Just like I do. I recorded it as I was falling down.
You're like, look at this.
Selfie.
Snap.
And more than one way.
Yeah, very nice.
All right, whatever.
Thank goodness there wasn't a snap.
Yeah.
We're rolling. We're good.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Any circle games on the calendar? Any games that you kind of want a little payback or just you want to play right now? Kind of games. I'm fired up, Coach. Like every
Wow.
game is circled for me.
Yeah.
Put them all.
Pretty much.
My announcer record.
We're obviously, New Mexico State is circled, being the first one on there.
Little stepchilds.
That I think the biggest weekend will be the first home conference one with North Texas and Rice, and there's a lot of attitude on the North Texas team.
That's what Aaliyah said.
With the coaches and with the players. So
Why?
that's just how they are. They just have a lot of attitude and
Like
you know.
bad attitudes?
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't there a coach there you weren't too happy with, or
Correct. But we're speaking now, so.
speaking
We're
terms?
speaking
We're on
now.
speaking terms.
We're back on speaking terms.
Yeah.
That's a positive.
The conversation is, what's up, bro?
What's up, bro? You good? We're good. Let's go.
He got red carded at the last time we played him.
Really?
Yeah.
What happened?
Just screaming at the ref, I guess.
What happens when a coach gets red carded? I've never heard of that.
They
Yes,
just
I didn't know they
reject
could.
the game.
Oh, that makes sense.
And you don't-
So it's just like a player then.
Correct.
Wow. Didn't know that.
I like it. It's not like basketball where like the coach can yell and just get the technical foul. Like, I like this.
Yeah, it means something because then you also have to sit out the next game too.
Oh, wow.
So the first game's
Like a red
August 19th, which is in a couple Fridays, and there's a pregame tailgate,
Right.
and then it's against NMSU. So everybody in El Paso should be there.
Right.
There's really no other
A
reason
lot
to.
of people drive down from cruises too.
Yeah, so it's gonna be packed. So get there early,
There's gonna
enjoy
be
some
tailgate.
Rudy's. The shootout boys are
Sponsored by
gonna be there.
Rudy's.
Yeah, the
Oh,
shootout will be
yeah.
The
there.
shootout
Charlie
will
gonna be there?
Charlie's coming.
Love me some
In
Charlie.
fact, I saw Charlie today. He was talking
It's
about
Tuesday.
It. Yep.
Isn't it good, like Good Time Charlie or something like that?
Good time, Charlie.
Charlie is one of the happiest guys, and we love seeing Charlie.
Charlie, the shootout loves Rudy's.
I mean, you can look
just,
at us,
you
we're
know.
all fat guys. We enjoy eating.
TV faces, radio
Radio
bodies. So Charlie, you know, if you want to donate some food,
We
over
love
there,
that, Bree.
yeah, we would love some.
What do you
What's so funny,
shake
Bree?
people
Yeah.
laughing at?
Fat shaming.
She's like 2% body fat, so she's like, yeah, you guys are super lardy.
They run out, so get there early.
Oh, we'll be there first.
We'll be the first ones there, Bree.
So
Thanks.
Tubby, get in line early.
We have to eat with him because he's got to go to work. So yeah.
They can eat all my Rudies.
You should see him make a Rudy sandwich, man. He makes it nice.
About this big.
No, it could be on the commercial. It looks so good the way he puts it together.
What do you do that's so special there?
Uh,
It's made with love.
Oh, I know it goes into my belly fast. Thanks, Coach.
You're usually embarrassing me. You brought up a few things.
Turnabout is fair play. You're right.
True,
Yes, sir.
true.
Basically, I get like a half pound of the moist brisket, and then I just bust out my hands and make my own sandwich. I get 6 pieces of some pickles, and boom, just
6
make that.
pieces of bread for one sandwich?
What in the hell?
Not one set, 3 sandwiches.
Okay, well, you
Oh.
said a sandwich.
You said a sandwich. We're discussing
I make
a
I'm just
sandwich.
telling you,
I get 6
he puts
pieces
it
of bread.
together and it looks perfect. I mean, it looks like it could be on the commercial. It's ready to go.
Well, now we know he's going to be making our sandwiches.
Yeah.
for us on
Yeah,
the
if you
19th.
want a good
On
sandwich
August
from
19th,
Rudy's,
we'll get there early
Will's the
and-
man.
Yeah, believe that.
How we?
How do you feel
obviously-
about your announcer showing up drunk?
That will never ever happen.
Never
Ever.
happen.
Now to the podcast is a different story. Never to announce.
How excited? Okay, it's obvious how excited you get, but can you put into words how excited you get about UTEP soccer?
Okay, the problem is like Mark Bruner has to like belt me down to him and then to the chair because I'm like yeah, but like the chair goes up with me so that I know I gotta get back down to the ground because I mean I'm all in. I've drank the Kool-Aid, Coach. You know this. So when we
That's
score,
why we love Will.
I'm quite excited.
He's
So-
part of the family. I mean, he's not just an announcer. He's all in.
Thank you for admitting me to this family because
Coach,
it
if
is
there was one word that you could use to describe Will Heron, what would it be?
criminal.
Enthusiasm.
Oh,
There you go.
That's the one I like.
Yeah.
I was searching
That's
for awesome.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't think you said it.
Not
tonight.
yet.
Because of y'all and Keaton, I every time I say it, I'm like, oh man, I said that again.
We're in his head now.
Yeah.
You really are. Like, I'll be typing an email and I'll see awesome on
Nope.
there, and I'll like have to delete it.
Yeah, but good.
And Heather.
Oh my gosh.
We have 0 this show. Well,
That's disappointing.
yeah, exactly. I was
A
kind of
little
waiting for it.
disappointing. Not awesome.
Yeah. Nah.
Unawesome.
I didn't know about that until I turned on the podcast, to be honest.
Yeah, Heather and Leah did great. They did fantastic.
No, I didn't know about Keaton counting my awesomes.
Oh.
Oh.
Keaton's a lot of fun.
But at least it's a positive word, right?
Yeah.
Definitely.
There could be far worse words you could use.
Right.
I've been called a bunch of them.
We have.
We have a bunch of newcomers on the team. I believe around 11. Am I off?
13, actually.
13. I was
13.
low.
Wow.
How does that work? How are you going to incorporate these people?
The team is a big family, and I think they do a real good job as incorporating them. I mean, you know, they're not mean to freshmen. They treat them like they're teammates, and we're blessed to have them and excited, and we need them. We need to have a successful season. We never whined about this to you or anyone last year,
Of
but
course not.
we had a lot of injuries in a small roster. We started with 23. We had 5 that came in injured, so we were at 18 at this time last year. 18 players, and then you have 3 or 4 with muscle injuries in training camp, and you don't have enough players really. So we were light last year. So we need some depth from this group, and we need them to step up. And if we're going to be able to accomplish what Thomas and I are talking about, some of those players are going to have to step up for us.
Hey, Brian, what's it like being a senior, bringing in the new players? What do y'all do to make them feel comfortable?
You duct tape them to the goalpost or
No hazing.
shaving cream in their
No
pants.
hazing.
No hazing. That'll be all over social media.
You know, make them feel welcome as much as possible. Like in the summer, I was here summer 2. We had more players than we did in the actual season. Like we had a lot of freshmen come, and that's really nice to see that they're, you know, ready and they're, you know, excited to play, because we do need people to step up, and we do need that extra. I mean, they're not substitutes. I don't see them as substitutes. I see them like as, you know, second starters, because they come in and they make a difference, and the game doesn't drop. It either stays the same or it goes higher. So very excited to have, you know, a lot of subs.
Second starters. I like that.
Our season's tough. It's tough because you play 20 games in 12 weeks, and they're physical, hard games, running for 90 minutes up to 110 minutes in that heat and hitting and all that. So it's hard on your body. So if we could give Thomas 5 or 10 minute break here and there, maybe she might be fresher or when it comes to those big games in conference. So it helps having some depth. And if you have an injury, that, you know, you really need them to step up.
So do you give some secrets to the freshmen now? Do you say, hey, if you do this elbow, you can get away with
You know,
it.
I-
You can't do it
I
here.
wish you would do that because we need some more players to play like Thomas.
I'm actually not a dirty player. I don't.
She's
No.
Aggressive.
She
I'm
just
not,
plays
I'm
rough.
not,
No,
I'm
she's
not.
just tough,
Like
yeah.
if a girl comes at me, I'm not gonna, you know, go back at her. I'm just gonna let her know. Like,
And honestly, I wasn't even thinking that. I was thinking more like,
oh,
you know, like skill-wise, like scoring a goal. Do you? Because then I'm thinking, I mean, it would be kind of hard if you're a senior and you see this freshman coming in, and then she starts scoring. You know, if you kind of give her that advice, do you kind of? But I'm assuming you would just kind of do it.
Team
well,
first.
I mean,
Yeah.
we haven't played, you know, touched the soccer ball with any of the. I haven't with any of the freshmen. So, you know, once I see, you know, who is potentially going to be a forward, like I want to talk to them. I want them to work with me. I want,
Sorry.
you know, I guess a sidekick, you know, to back me up, or for vice versa, so I could back them up.
Team player, I like it.
That's actually when you were talking about some of the goals for the team. I feel pretty confident in most of the team, but we do need a sidekick with Thomas. Because if you only have one player that's scoring goals, the defense will all key on them. So you're going to have a couple other players that can step up. So it's only going to be to Thomas's advantage if there's other players that can play like herself out there.
I could take a double team though.
She can.
Yeah, we know. We all believe
Couple
that.
elbows going out.
No elbows. Because I'm trying to make me look like a dirty player.
You're not a dirty player. You just hurt other players when they play against you.
You're actually the perfect example of how we all should play. I mean, because she doesn't play dirty, but she's feisty. She
Right.
protects herself, and I mean she doesn't play dainty by any means. I mean,
She shouldn't.
Yeah, you got to have your arms out.
Didn't Aaliyah say something about that last week? Like, play to your size, or
Yeah, these players will run into Aaliyah then drop. That's not Aaliyah's
Right.
fault because she's awesome.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just do
Yeah,
you.
it's tough.
play
But then
big
she
or
gets-
something
she
like
gets
that.
Yellow cards, and it's like they're running hard into her. Like,
Yeah.
she's not even moving.
You bounce into a train, it's
I've
on
had
you.
that conversation with Bill Knight about that with Aaliyah because she sometimes gets the cards when they just bounce off of her and she doesn't do anything
We
wrong.
say it's like the Shaq
Right,
syndrome.
it
you
is.
know, like
Her new nickname is the Diesel.
yeah,
Oh yeah, she told me.
Oh yeah.
the Diesel.
All right.
We gave her that
We're
on
gonna be
the show
talking
last
about
week.
the diesel tomorrow.
You're a leader now on this team. What does that feel like?
It feels good, especially.
Good answer. Feels
awesome,
good.
Awesome. But no, it really
If
does.
I haven't said it yet, have I?
No, good.
No,
You're doing
no.
great.
I'm,
You're doing
I'm
awesome.
dead serious. I remember when I was listening to that, I was like, oh my gosh. And so I've changed my ways.
It's not bad. It's
I
just
know,
funny.
but
He's expanded the vocabulary.
I'm really trying. Thomas though speaks at the right time. Like if we need to pick it up, she'll just give us a sentence or two, like or yeah, like that's how she leads. I mean, she doesn't talk long paragraphs. She just tells us right to the point what needs to be done, and people listen to that because she backs it up with her play too.
Have you ever talked to a teammate aside and be like, "Listen, this isn't working," or "You're doing a great job," or pick it up? You don't have to say names, but it'd be cool if you did.
I like to tell them when I see someone taking it really hard or I tend to yell on the field with anger, but it's pretty much how do I explain it? It's critical
You're constructive.
I threaten their lives
There you go, that
critically.
You're looking for constructive criticism.
Right.
Marie.
So I go and talk to them after and be like, look, I didn't mean to yell at you or sound mean, but if you do this, it's just gonna make you better.
You want to win.
Right. So they just need to toughen up a little bit.
Cowboy up.
Right.
Minor up.
Speaking of minor up,
Who was that?
that's Augie.
Oh, was he here already?
Yeah.
Hey.
Coach, we're going to be coming up here on a break that we're going to need to take. If you could let everybody know, you have camp coming up. Where's the first game going to be? What days it going to be? And who's it going to be against?
So training camp starts tomorrow, 2 days on August 3rd, and then the first game is August 19th at 7 p.m. against New Mexico State, home game at University Field. We're having our tailgate with it's the Alumni Association's putting it on, and it'll be at 5:30, and there'll be free barbecue while supplies last.
Before I get there.
We're trying to get double what we had last year. The Alumni Association's kicking in some money to pay for it as well, but that'll be at 5:30, and the game starts at 7. No reason anyone should miss that game because there's no high school football, no college football, no professional football, maybe just preseason or something. They don't play on Friday
No,
nights
you could,
much.
but-
And that don't count, yeah.
Yeah. So it to me that's the first big event for UTEP athletics.
Yeah.
And we want to start it off with a bang, and it's an electric atmosphere out there.
The
Starts
shootout will
off-
definit's be
Oh,
there.
we'll be there.
And we'll
Well,
be
he's
there at
gotta be
5:15.
there.
I'll be there.
Oh yeah, he'll be working.
Yeah, you'll be hearing
Well,
me.
we're going to be there eating
Yeah.
comfortably.
Yeah.
At
the
5:30.
entire time.
We appreciate you
the whole
coming.
game.
Oh, absolutely.
You'll come back after that game.
Oh yeah, no.
Well, we're going to go ahead and take a break. I would like to say thank you to the awesome Coach Kevin Cross. Also the shark Bree Thomas.
Dun-dun,
Dun-dun.
dun-dun, dun, 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 dun.
We'll make it sound better next.
That'll be edited.
Whenever we come back from this break on the Shootout Podcast, we will have UTEP tight end Augie Torres with us. We're going to talk to him right before they go to
He's
camp.
pretty
Yeah,
good.
Let's get it.
Yeah. You listen to the Shootout Podcast. We'll be right back.
I don't know why, but I'm exceptionally hot in here
Me
tonight.
too.
It's
Yeah.
never
so small.
And then Will ate him.
You
Show him
would
the camera,
fit
Will.
in a
Show him the
cheeseburger
camera.
real well. Hi, look at this little guy.
Remember, Will, pickles and 6 slices of bread.
Come on, one sandwich? How the hell does that even
That's what I'm saying.
work?
It's like I make a sandwich, I get 6 slices of
That's
bread.
what-
What the
I thought
hell?
you made, like, you know, triple stacker or something.
I was about to say, how do
You're
you
a
put your
triple stacker.
how do you put your mouth around it?
Oh, you doubted how much Will can eat?
I eat like 4 puppies at least. That's Willie's name.
Ace.
Thank you for Ace.
Tag right there.
His last name is Ventura.
Pet detective. I don't want to give him back. I'm sorry. It's not gonna happen.
Oh, you'll fall in love with him.
It's
Yeah,
done.
I mean, he's
Too
probably
late.
relaxes. You smell like wet dog, too.
That's why I pork chops. You are so
We
sweet.
taking that mic out?
On the Ace. So why Ace? Just
You already,
easy
Um,
to ride on a
wait,
bull or
yeah.
what?
No,
I was
have
thinking
you
you won't
ever,
take these back,
have you ever
please.
seen the movie Paid in Full?
No, but now I'm gonna have to.
His name's
This
Ace Boogie.
is...
Ace
Okay,
Boogie?
I know where this is.
Do you want to meet Ace?
Come on.
Sweetest puppy in the whole universe. You got it?
Oh, and he's already got his little
I got
name
it
tag. You see
today.
it?
Bye.
You got a little
Look,
puppy.
he's got a name tag with these.
Oh, and it says Ace.
That would be the name tag.
Nah, yeah, you and your words.
Name tag.
Science.
So good to meet you.
Who'd
He's
have
only
thunk a dog
20
named
bucks.
Ace would be named it?
$20.
$20.
For real?
That was a score.
I know.
Yeah.
Where'd you like it from a friend?
Craigslist.
Black market.
Wow.
It's like $80 to adopt a dog.
It's
I
Franken
know,
puppy.
it's like 100 something to adopt
It
a
was
dog.
put together
Yeah, you
by
totally
the
scored.
parts of other puppies.
Yeah. No.
And all he does is sleep all day, so it's perfect.
Yeah.
You still got the little
I'll
puppy.
be
breath.
bored the next couple days of you being in camp.
Augie, come eat this dog.
Did you say meat or eat?
Leave,
Both.
leave it up to this guy.
I eat meat. Eat. No, what? I don't know.
What's up, man?
Don't spike the
How are
puppy.
Growing the hair back out, huh?
Yeah, working on
Nice.
it. Sorry about walking in.
Oh, it's all good, man. It's
It
all
happens,
professional.
man.
Totally ruined the podcast. I'm just delete it now.
Start everything over again.
That's who you're gonna be
This is
mad at.
Augie.
Bree.
This is Bree Thomas.
Hi.
Nice to
My
meet you.
brother's going to camp, so be nice to him.
Oh, I'll try.
And actually, you'll be running into him a lot. He's a safety, so.
Oh, cool.
You'll be running
Randy
him over
Thomas.
a lot.
Randy Thomas.
Awesome. I'm sure I'll meet him tomorrow.
Or over the next couple weeks, because
Yeah.
that's all you guys are gonna do
Next,
basically.
yeah, a few years probably.
All right, Bree.
Thank
I'll
you.
see you on Saturday.
Yep,
Okay.
I'll see you.
See you Saturday.
Great
night.
job, Bree. Thank you.
Really great
Yeah.
job. Yeah. Tell your mom you killed it. I'll tell her you killed it.
You go, Augie?
Same spots.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I don't see at all why her mom would say she's not good at that.
Really?
Yeah, she told me. She's like, no, don't put her on. She's terrible with that. She's terrible. I'm all, really? But okay.
The loving, encouraging words of a mother.
Let's go Miners. Let's go Miners.
Yeah, the microphone died, so we had to find out.
Like
what
right
the
in the
problem
middle
was.
of it. It was weird.
Yeah. There you go.
Who's SDA?
Will is extra excited about this upcoming season for soccer, man.
Yeah, man. It's my junior season. So, feeling like a leader, kind of stepping up my game.
Yeah.
My announcer
Your
yells.
third year?
Very exciting.
Third year, yeah. Haven't been fired yet. Tried my best. Still.
Oh, I got a way we can get you fired.
Oh, good. Just kidding. Don't do that, please.
It's like, I actually like what I do.
I'm a Draymond Green myself. I got hacked!
Oh. Has Augie Taurus ever been hacked?
No,
No.
not to that severity.
Every dick pic has been yours.
I usually keep mine to one or two people, not yeah.
I had to like.
Thank you for that, by the way.
Oh,
I remember got it the other day. Yeah.
Like, you see mine, and you see like a magnifying glass, like under the Snapchat thing, and then there it is. So, that's self-deprecation.
That's the real Loch Ness monster.
See what you did there? All right.
All right, Bossel. Welcome back to the Shootout Podcast, everybody. I am the gunslinger Michael Tipton, alongside Will Heron.
I like it. Will first
There
again.
we go.
Doing something right.
Michael Montez.
I'll be last. I'm okay with that.
Whatever.
I'm securing who I am. I don't need to be first in the name call,
Yeah,
in
whatever.
the roll call.
Second's the first loser.
And the biggest loser on the show, Vassal Zabanal. How you doing, buddy?
He's our third starter.
He's only
Like
here so
Bree
he's getting
Thomas said,
fun.
we have second starters. He's
Yeah.
actually our third
He's
starter.
our third string right there. And we have the big guy with us, Augie Torres. Once again, how you doing?
Good. Thanks for having me, guys. Glad to be back.
You look super lean. Have you leaned down since the last time we saw you?
Oh,
Is
thank
that
you.
something you were trying to do?
Oh, I think we just had a really good summer working out. We did a lot of running, about the same, but I guess it's probably just that, just that time of year.
Losing weight, getting ready for camp.
Yeah, exactly.
So camp's coming up. You're going to be going up to Rio Doso, I believe it's
Thursday,
right?
August
Right.
5th.
Thursday. I want to say Wednesday for some reason.
Well, we go there tomorrow.
Okay.
But
Oh,
we
you
don't- we
leave
don't-
tomorrow.
we
And
don't
you
sta-
came in tonight. Thank you, man. That's awesome.
Oh, it's fine. Glad to be here. But we don't start practicing until Thursday.
Thursday. Are you looking forward to this season?
Yeah, we were looking forward to last year too, but some things happen and people get hurt, things fall apart. We really feel good. We're real excited about our offense right now, and I'm pretty sure our defensive guys are thrilled about that too. We got some guys back. Obviously we got Aaron and a few other guys healthy from last year, and a bunch of new talent. So we're pretty excited about this year.
And would I be right in my assessment of saying Augie Torres gets 57 touchdown receptions this year?
I'd love that. I think we're just gonna play it by ear. We got
Greatest season ever.
From a tight end.
Right.
Better numbers than Brian
NFL.
Atkins,
I'd
2000,
love that.
when he was an All-American.
But we got some great talent on the outside. You saw that last year. Tyler Batson and Cole Freitag and some other guys healthy. Terry Janelle, Reddix. We're gonna have some good quarterback competition this year. We got good running backs. We're
Yeah,
really
like
feeling
30
it.
of them.
We got like a multiple-headed monster, as they say, not just like one-dimensional.
What's the tight end competition look like?
It's going to be a competition, but, the way our offense works, there's different guys that have different roles. Obviously Hayden had a great season last year. He's getting healthy. He's going to do big things. Obviously, he's going to be our starter this year. And everything else, it's going to be a competition, but it's also we're all working together. Anybody who's watched this knows that we got 4 or 5 guys that get in probably every game. It's just about being able to play. And you got guys that block, you got guys that receive, and it's just about where the coaches feel you can fit in the best.
What's your role? Sorry.
To be honest with you, I'm still working that out. Whatever the coaches need you to do, certainly. Obviously, we like to run the ball a lot, but I'd be fine receiving or whatever role there is.
Your strengths are in receiving?
What'd you say?
Your strengths are in receiving?
I'm not sure. I'm still working on finding my identity there.
Cool.
I like him. He's so humble.
No, thank you.
I wouldn't be. I'd be like, no, I'm going to start. I'm going to beat out Hayden Plinky, and I'm going to start, and I'm going to catch like 20 touchdowns and go for 100 receptions. But he's not like that
And he'll throw 15 touchdowns.
to himself.
Exactly.
Hey, how much 2 tight end sets are they going? I mean, do you know what Brent Peets is a new offensive coordinator? So what do you like about his offense, and how do you see yourself fitting into it?
Right off the bat, even before we, get into the offense, to have somebody like Coach P is, on the staff. When I was growing up, I was a big Florida Gator fan, and he was the OC there right when I was in high school.
Wow.
And so to be coached by somebody who you watched on TV and the team you watched is pretty exciting. And beyond that, he was on those great Boise State teams, and everybody remembers how many points they put up. And I think we're really hoping to do that. It's really about finding ourselves. We kind of know what we want to do, but obviously you got to put the pads on, got to go to camp, and sometimes you want to run something and you say, oh, well, maybe this works a little bit better for our team. So we're just going to figure that out in the next few weeks.
And his offense, it's still based, because Kugler's really big on power football.
Yeah.
His offense is still kind of based out of power football, but there's a lot more formations and motions and stuff. Is that kind of what you've seen?
Certainly. Probably a little bit more motions, I think. In football, a lot of things are the same. We have a little different offense than last year, but there's a lot of concepts, obviously, that are going to remain in any offense. We got Aaron, and everybody wants to talk about Aaron. He's a great player, but I think we're also going to work on not making him our only hope for the team and really spreading it out. Just to, if you have one person that is the whole team, you're going to go after that. But if you have it all over the field, it's going to keep guys spread out on their toes and hopefully put up more points. It's a great beard, the goatee. I know that some of my guys have shirts, with just the outline and just the goatee. So
Isn't that
I
awesome?
think it was a little bit too late to get one of those.
Do you think they'll do a new shirt with like the beard now?
I certainly hope so.
They better.
I
I'd
agree.
buy one.
We need to do a shirt with Augie's hair too.
Yeah, right.
That's phenomenal hair. For
Yeah, you
somebody
grew that
who's
out.
bald, I mean, that is phenomenal.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, like, you can grow your hair out now? You had cut it earlier? Is this just a seasonal thing?
Yeah, just kind of go with the flow.
It's like the playoff beard, but with hair
Gotcha. I like it.
Yeah, something
for the
like
whole
that.
season. What are your personal goals for yourself this season?
I just want to contribute to the team as best as possible. This is not a team where it's a superstar identity. It's going to be a team where everybody has a role, and it's all about finding that role and doing your part. Or, like I said, we're really excited with all the different playmakers, the different coaches. It's just a feeling of excitement in the air. So whatever Coach Nack and Coach Pease, Coach Kugler, and anybody else want me to do, that's what I'm working to.
Any new wrinkles in the playbook?
A few. There's a few tweaks, a few things that you guys will probably see in the next few weeks.
Like?
Just little
No
things.
passes.
Not crazy.
Texas Tech.
I can't speak about any of that. But
Oh, wow.
we feel good. We feel we're going to be really explosive this year. That's what I can really specifically say. We got a lot of speed all over the field. We got big boys. Most of our linemen are coming back. And so a lot of people don't think about that. A lot of people, think about Aaron and wide receivers, as they should. But I think the offensive line is a part of the team that oftentimes does not get the credit when it's due as well.
Both lines, O-line and D-line. I
Yeah,
mean, that's
that's
really
it.
where you win games.
That's
Yeah.
right.
If you can compete
Big
there,
boys.
you can win anywhere, really.
The Hogs.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason why they get paid real big bucks in the NFL.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's where your left tackle gets a lot of money in the
Yeah.
NFL. Hey,
I think the most important part of the team though is the tight end.
Oh, of course.
Thank you.
You just made me lose my train of thought. Yeah, I totally forgot what I was gonna say now.
Okay.
So,
Augie, is that like a German name? Is that a Belgian? Where's
I'm not-
Augie come from?
Well, my real name's August.
August.
No, I'll cut the chase. I was born in August.
hey, when's your birthday?
August 12th.
Oh, okay.
But,
Awesome.
10 days away. Happy early birthday,
Oh,
man.
thank you very
Enjoy
much.
that in Rio Dosa.
Oh.
when you can.
Yeah, how's that gonna
Wouldn't
work?
want it anywhere else. No,
Nice.
I couldn't speak as to why my parents named me that, but yeah, so that's where. I mean, my dad's Greek and my mom's Polish, so.
I remember the question now.
There it is.
Okay, so explain to everybody what football camp is, like your day tomorrow, or not really tomorrow because tomorrow you're traveling,
Yeah.
but like let's say Friday, your second day of camp. What's your day like from like when you wake up like 6 a.m. or whatever, and your 1st like breakfast and then meetings and practice? What's like the time frame for you?
I think so. We're going to have these 3-hour practices twice a day. It's going to be 80, 90 degrees. It's going to be hitting all the time. And the good news about, and more being recent, people get smarter and understand that's not the best way to do it. Friday, for example, you'll probably wake up, you'll have breakfast in the morning. I'm not sure they talk about what we're working on in practice, how it's going to be set up. We'll practice for a couple hours. You'll have lunch. People will get in the ice bath before lunch, get treatment, whatever they need. And either offense or defense will have a lift generally in the afternoon. And obviously it's always good to not have the lift just because you get more time to take a nap.
Mm-hmm.
But, and then we'll have meetings in the afternoon and a dinner. Offense and defensive players will meet as a whole, and we'll have a snack usually. Kugler will talk about how practice was, what's going on the next day, just a little wrap up. And then we'll have from probably 9:30, 9 to 11 before lights out to just hang out and do whatever.
Yeah. When I was an equipment guy there back 12 years ago, 15 years ago now, and it was like that. I mean, it was wake up, breakfast, 2-hour practice pads, and they would get lunch, lift.
Yeah.
No, they would lift, then go to lunch, get like 2 hours, I think, maybe an hour and two in between meeting, and then have another 2-hour pattern practice. And it was like that for like 10 days.
Yeah,
There was one day where it was like half a day. But I mean, it was straight up.
that's a grind.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
just
for
knocking your head around for like 10 straight days almost.
Yeah, I mean the good thing is Coach Kugler obviously loves us to have a physical identity, and that's a great identity to have as a football team. But we're also coached and well taken care of.
Yeah.
They're not gonna wear us down. They're gonna try to keep us healthy, and we're gonna go hard. It's gonna be intense, but it's gonna be very controlled in that regard. It's gonna be get your work in for these couple hours, and then take it easy. You really just destroy your body if you're gonna be doing that all the time.
There's a drill I see you guys do. I saw it last year one of your practices where you guys kind of run at each other from about 5 yards away. What is that called and what's it for?
What I presume you're talking about, it's called the Oklahoma drill.
There it is.
It's pretty pretty well known.
But isn't that one with the 3 guys? Like you have a line and you have like
there'll
a
be
running back.
variations of it.
Yeah, no. This one I'm talking about. You guys were like spread out all over the field, and you guys would like attack one of like a coach with like a shield.
Oh, like I'll go like zigzag.
Yeah, exactly.
That generally be for blow delivery.
Okay.
It'll be a fundamental. It's one of our few fundamentals, and that's just working on getting your angle, getting your feet set, and delivering a hit. And both sides of the ball work that.
That was kind of violent.
Yeah, that's the key. Violence is the idea.
Yeah, it was really cool. I'd never seen that before.
Would you be able to run Vossel through that?
He's our 3rd starter.
He is. He's our first starter.
We need to get that set up. I want to see that.
Not even looking.
What do you say, buddy?
Scared.
Where in Ruidoso do you guys practice? Is this camp at?
You said where?
Yes, like where in Ruidoso?
I couldn't give you the specifics just because I
Like
don't.
at a high school? I'm
Not
sorry.
familiar. I think it's just to be fields. To be honest with you, I don't know that it's anywhere
It's
specific.
connected to a country club up there.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the
And
Inn of the
Alto?
Mountain Gods, I believe.
No,
Oh.
No, it's not in the
Oh,
Mountain
it's not.
Gods
Yeah,
because I
it's
just saw it last week.
By Carrizo.
I just got your text. Sorry about that.
There you go. You're good.
It's good there.
Yeah, you're good.
I was blocking your face. Sorry
Oh.
about that.
I moved the camera for that.
Don't
I'll
break
look
the
it
camera,
up.
Huggy.
I'll
Thank
look it up because I just saw it, but it's not Into the Mountain Gods. It's another country club in
Oh.
Ruidoso.
Okay.
Alto.
No, because I know where Alto is. It's not
Yeah.
there. It's like 10 minutes. It's like 5 or 10 minutes down from Alto.
Okay.
But it's a golf course is there, and then it's kind of behind the golf course.
Do you guys bring like your own weights and stuff like that? And like,
Mm-mm.
No?
Obviously not the weight room itself, but our strength coaches and all those guys take care of it. We kind of make a makeshift workout center and auditorium or the gym. Put on mats and stuff.
oh wow, cool.
Yeah. So
They did do that. I'm assuming what they do is they kind of take like, I would say 4 or 5 different kind of Olympic lifts.
Take some of the. We'll have a few bench presses.
Yeah,
and
see stuff
generally
like that.
squat
It's a
racks.
small weight room, but just for them to get it in.
It gets the job done.
I mean, at that point, also, it's not really about building. It's about maintaining.
Mm-hmm.
In the winter, that's when you put on all the muscle and you get a little bit bigger, and then you work to refine that and be able to run with it and lose a few pounds generally in the summer just to get in shape, and then you get in season and you're just trying to keep it because you work out too much and you're playing football, you're just gonna get worn down.
What was the emphasis of off season?
It's similar to what it always is. And it's really more just about how it was received. Different seasons, and not just in college, but even in high school, deep down whether you want to accept it or not, how the team's going to be. And it was just to really have a good year. Obviously, not that many people are happy with 5 and 7. And, with all the setbacks last season, I think there's a real air of excitement because, we were a few points away from even making a bowl game with all the things that went wrong last year. And we.
I mean, it wasn't your fault either, like accidents and injuries and things like
certainly.
that.
I mean, it's a game of football. It's
Yeah.
violent. Players go down. Unfortunate things happen. You lose momentum, gain momentum. It was just about working hard, and we felt we had good leadership in the summer. We had, everyone had their minds right. Nobody was really being negative. And with all this new stuff going around and everyone being healthy, it was just kind of about, let's try and win some games and, go to a bowl and go from there.
Any payback games? You're kind of just waiting to get back against them, bang some heads on them.
I'm not really sure about payback. It's more just about those teams that you really just know you're going to have a good game with. Certainly Rice. That was a great game last year. It was really good back and forth. Southern Miss is usually a good game. I mean, we beat them pretty good 2 years ago, and then they beat us. So that's one of those things where it's always a good competition. I think Louisiana Tech is always a great competition.
UTEP hates the Techers. You hear that? Coach didn't like it either
I
earlier?
didn't say that. I
I'm
said
And
sorry.
North Texas.
it's a great competition. I mean, I think North Texas was a big rivalry. Certainly, things probably died down a little bit recently, but that's always at the end of the year. Everyone knows that you can't overlook that at all. It's last game of the season, last 2 years. So,
What game are you looking forward to the most on the schedule?
I think probably Texas is going to be a phenomenal atmosphere for that, and New Mexico State, and that's probably a pretty cliche answer. First 2 games of the year, but I mean, New Mexico State, that's the game. I mean, anybody, even Coach Neck and everyone gets real excited for that. People who've been through it. It's a huge rivalry. We know we're going to get a really good crowd. The fans are always great on our side to fill up the Sun Bowl.
And it's Labor Day weekend. I mean,
Oof.
Labor Day weekend
yes,
and the
certainly.
Sun Bowl against your biggest rival.
Yeah,
Tailgates.
home
The
opener.
little sisters from up the street. Hey, doesn't get any better than that.
Stepchildren.
The little stepchildren.
How much longer are they having a football program?
I don't know. Maybe
Like a
maybe
week and a
another
half.
year or
They just
two.
got a new quarterback, 3-star quarterback, Josh Atkins.
He'll be with UTEP pretty soon.
Probably. We have 38 quarterbacks.
Hey, and the place they practice at Ruidoso, MCM Elegante Lodge and Suites.
Oh,
So that's where you got to look for.
all right.
It's like the lodge is ball fields from.
Cool up there.
I mean, the whole
So,
complex is
yeah,
really
it's
cool
really,
for 'em. It's really nice.
condensed.
Go up there, check them out. I think you guys have a scrimmage.
I want to say next Tuesday is our first scrimmage.
The first one's Tuesday,
and
the
then
9th,
Sunday.
and
So
then the
next
Sunday after that, I think like the 14th.
Yeah, and then we go back that Sunday.
Yeah,
And I'm sure. I think we have one maybe that next Saturday as well. Back when we're here.
yeah. I went and checked out practice there last year, and it's pretty cool. It's really nice, beautiful. I mean,
Yeah,
Ritos
it's
was beautiful.
phenomenal.
So.
It's
Oh, especially now.
Yeah, right now it was 65 degrees the other day.
Yeah.
With Aaron Jones' off-season issue and being hurt during the season, is he fired up, just ready to get back on the field and show exactly who he is and what he can do?
You know, the great thing about Aaron is, a lot of times you go to a team, and I would imagine this happens at other colleges, and everyone has a complex about them, And when I came here, and when all of us came here as freshmen 2 years ago, and Aaron was obviously a starter, well established, and Alvin for that matter as well, in terms of being hometown heroes and really popular, they're some of the most humble people, and they still are, even though there's all this buzz about Aaron and how good he is, which is true. He's always a great competitor. I don't know if it's going to be much different than this year. I think he's really just excited to get back on the field. He was, all conference last year. He played in a game and a half against two really good teams. So I don't know if any of that really has anything to do with it. I think he's always ready to go, and he's just ready to be healthy.
Just
And then
giving
he
you
is
nothing,
healthy.
Augie, huh?
Oh,
Try it, man. You're too smart.
He's a pro at this.
I
man.
know.
He's like doing circles around us.
Dang.
Smart for these guys. Greenlee coming along. Have you worked out with him? What's his arm
yeah.
strength like?
Oh, he's a great guy, really friendly. I think it's another year where we're gonna have really good competition, quarterback competition. Last year came down to the wire as well, and I think it could pretty much be the exact same thing. Matt said it did some great things for us last year too. Obviously Kavika played a lot, and Zach played at Fresno, and he's got a solid arm. So I really couldn't speak for it. It could go anyway.
Who throws the tightest pass?
I really don't know.
Do it
Well,
again on me, Augie.
It all,
Dodge.
They can all put it right on the money, so that's what matters.
It doesn't matter who throws the ball. All that matters is that man's going
You
to
catch it and run for 80 yards. I like it.
The best tight end on the team named Augie Torres is who?
Thank you.
See, you still wouldn't answer that, man. Damn.
So I've checked out your Twitter feed every now and then. You're a big Trump supporter?
Not a chance. Yeah, I certainly as you get older and there's more of a spotlight, just because you're being part of a bigger thing, you're bigger, part of UTEP, and you're representing a lot more. You got to be careful on Twitter, and that never has been an issue for me. I was never reckless or anything. It wasn't like, whoa. I've been getting a little fired up in recent times about this election.
I've seen your opinion a couple times.
Yeah, I get a little scuffles, but generally it's with people I'm friends with, so I try not to make them look too bad. But
try not to make it look dumb.
But yeah, every now and then you'll get an argument with somebody who's just like record machine of Fox News, and there's really nothing worse than that. So that's when you got to teach them a lesson.
I love this kid.
Are you still writing
Love this
Are you
kid.
still writing like your commentaries and stuff like that?
No, I kind of cut that off just because wasn't working out.
Mhm.
But I had fun doing it, and it was a good little exercise to prepare for the future.
This guy can write. I love the way he writes.
Thank
Oh,
you.
he's so well
Appreciate that.
spoken. I remember that from the first time when he left. I was like, damn, that kid was smart.
Thank you.
Like, but a lot of people think just because they're football players are dumb, but there's a lot of really smart guys out there. It's true, though, isn't it?
Thank you, yeah.
It's a stigma, but when I was there, we had a guy named Matt Elwood who went on to work for NASA.
Wow.
And you realize how smart, like, this kid's super smart. But don't
Thank
get me
you.
wrong. It's like in every spectrum of life, you have your really, really smart people and you have your really, really dumb people.
It's true.
A football team is no different. You have your really, really smart guys and you have a couple guys that are pretty stupid out there. But, the thing about college football that's really different, though, that people don't realize they never played past high school football is how complex, like, offense and defense is. And, like, my girlfriend and I went up to see practice last year, and she was amazed at how broken down it is. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
you know what I mean? And they were doing a drill where, like, it was just one side of the defense, going against one side of the offense.
Oh, yeah. Like,
She's all, do they always do that? And I'm like, yeah. It's just, everything's broken down. Like, they start individual, then they go group, and then they go team.
Yeah.
And, people don't realize how different it is from what you see in high school to what these guys are doing every day.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I was fortunate to play on some extremely good high school football teams, but even there, it was about playing to what you had. And in high school, 90% of the time, it's going to be like, all right, we're going to run this play, and you're going to block the defensive end. This is the defense. And where that really changes in college, it's going to be the different looks you get. In high school, they're going to be like, block this guy, find a way, blah, blah, blah. But here it's like, okay, well, the defensive end, might be here, or you might have a backer out there, and if he goes this way, then you do that. And it's just about, being on your screws in all that sense.
How far to be for your Bills?
Oh, yeah, I think they're going to have a good year. Got some talent there. Tyrod Taylor, and pretty cool to have Cardell Jones just on the roster as a funny character. But I know some of my friends have been going to their training camps, and they're looking pretty good. Rex is a pretty funny coach. He's got, I don't know if you guys are familiar, he's got this big truck with the Bills logo on the side of it. This big
Didn't know this.
F-250. So everyone will see it around Buffalo and take pictures of it. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
Are they going to beat the Patriots?
Please beat the crap out of the Patriots.
Certainly hope they beat him without Tom Brady.
They need to, but they're also going to be missing, what is his name, Carlos Williams?
Yeah,
They're
that's
gonna be
right.
missing him.
But
He's gonna be
they got
suspended the first
they got
4 games.
McCoy
Yeah, Shady.
and they got Reggie Bush now too. So no, he's good, fast, explosive player.
He got kicked right into Reggie Bush.
Greatest performance I ever saw was Reggie Bush against Fresno State on a
Oh,
Saturday night
God.
game. Do you remember that?
Like Gale Sayers.
500 something yards of total offense. Greatest thing I've ever seen in my life.
And that never translated to the NFL.
No.
It was all right.
I'm a hater.
Meh.
That's what I am.
It's true, though. He never did.
He lasted longer than Matt Leinart and Vince Young did, though, so I mean, there's that.
That's very true.
Yeah. I mean, he's still playing. People are still wanting to sign him.
Yeah.
He just doesn't fit well. He needs, like, a niche. Like, he needs... Like, honestly, he'd be good with, like, Belichick, because, Belichick would use the crap out of him.
That's true.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
he's never had that. Like, he needs to find someone who can, like, just design stuff just specifically for his talents, and he's never had that.
Kim Kardashian messed him up.
She does to
Should
everybody.
never done that.
I never should have done that either.
Oh,
hey!
Secrets, Jenny. We're talking about this UT game. You said you're excited to play them. Were you really excited? I mean, it's UT. They're a powerhouse.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what makes you better at the end of the day. It's playing those games, and a lot of the time they're seen as being games that fill the schedule, and nobody really.
Like a money game.
Yeah, and in that regard, but I think if Frank ever proved anything, it's that we can really play with anybody when we get our minds right. And I mean, Texas is obviously a very good team. It's going to be David and Goliath. It's going to be the 5-star recruits, all the ESPN 300 guys, and that's probably the mentality we're going to have going into it. And aside from all the competition stuff, I mean, Austin's a great college town. It's one of the probably more storied programs in history.
Austin's so much fun.
So that's going to be just a cool experience as well to see all that.
Darrell K. Royal Stadium.
Yeah.
One of the monuments of Texas. But I really think with the way these guys play the game now, and they're going to be able to do it more into this year than they ever have, because it's, Kugler's 4th year of his recruits, and that offensive line, I think they all average over 300 pounds.
Yeah, we got a big one.
If you can run the ball, it doesn't matter where you play or who you play, you have a chance to win.
For sure.
So if they win
Wear
that
down
game,
the
who
defense.
knows? But I think it's going to be a lot closer than people think, and you never know what happens going in.
That's why you play the game.
I think they can win that game.
I think they can too,
Just
to
from
be
what I've
totally
seen
honest.
from UT the last few years, I think they can win that game. It's not, me harping or anything. It's actually.
It's
I
not
think
kissing
they
your
can
butt
win.
like I legitimately think that.
No. Tipton's got you guys national champions. So.
No, I also said, I say that for everybody, but realistically, I think this team can win anywhere from 9 to 10 games. Just looking
Totally.
at the schedule, I think they can do that.
If the quarterback position falls in, I easily see that happening.
Get the ball to this man. That's all you got to do. But we've heard a lot recently in the last few weeks about conference changing, all this
Realignment.
stuff going
Yeah, of
on,
course.
realignment. Augie Torres is graduated from UTEP. He's the doctor in charge of the athletic department. Where does Augie Torres send UTEP?
Well, I mean, it's certainly really cool to see all the hype every year about the Mountain West. Whether that ever becomes a reality, I have no idea. I mean, Conference USA is obviously often overlooked, and I think it would be pretty awesome if we could play Marshall in a few years, just because it's close to me, and Marshall's a great team. I think we'll be all right. I don't know that we'll really move. I think ideally everybody probably wants to put their team in the best conference, just because you have teams like Vanderbilt and Kentucky in the SEC, and there's teams like that in every conference. I mean, geographically, it's a very Conference USA is really interesting because you have us, and then you have teams like Old Dominion and Charlotte, across the country. I mean, if it was geographically sound, probably the the Big 12, I think, or the Pac-12 or Big 10. You know what I mean? But obviously conferences don't work like that, and it's not about really geography. It's about being able to play up to a higher level. So
Because I think over the last few years, from what we've seen from this team, they've hung in there with the Big 12. They haven't gotten routed by a team in a while, especially from the Big 12. They haven't pulled out the victory yet, but these
Tech
games
like
have
two
been
They
points
should have been
sometimes,
Tech a
yeah.
couple years ago if they
Yeah.
would have stopped them on that
They
last
should,
within the
Right.
last 2
they
minutes.
should have a
Field
two-game
goal.
win streak over Tech. Like they
Uh-huh.
should. Legitimately they should.
Even all the way back when Quinn and Dempson
Mhm.
and Jordan Palmer were here, they were in the game with them every single year they played them back then.
Jordan.
And that's what I'm saying. I think just personally for me, I think the Big 12 is the better matchup for UTEP. Because
Totally
you get
agree.
all those teams that are around here. Oklahoma. I mean,
Big
my mom
names.
loves Oklahoma. You got UT, Texas Tech. We got a little bit of love for Texas
Love,
Tech.
love. Sorry, I didn't bring the helmet this time because last time
thank
you
you.
were
He almost
not happy
smashed
about
it up.
that. He didn't show up for like 3 times because of that helmet.
yeah.
So,
And you
But,
took it outside and peed in it. Remember that?
Yeah.
Do you not remember that
And
part?
he made
No.
you wear it.
I don't remember any of that. I'll give you a jerk.
What you're about to say.
I think it's really exciting to see with the Big 12 right now though, because it really sounds like Houston and BYU are most
Cougs.
likely the candidates to go there, and at the end of that, Houston's a very similar team to us. Obviously, they had a phenomenal season last year, and that's certainly a goal. That's where where we want to be at, I'd say. But it's just the idea of doing well enough that you get that kind of attention and respect that you work for, regardless of what conference you want to go to or anywhere like that.
I think either the Big 12, even the Mountain West, or even the American Athletic Conference, is that what it is? Wherever they go, if they do go to those, or if they stay in Conference USA, they already have built-in rivals with them, and they have teams that that people in El Paso would come out and see. Like me personally, I'd be at every game that they played against the Air Force. They're in the Mountain West. I mean, I'd be cheering for the Air Force. No offense.
Homer.
Yeah, a little bit.
What about the Army game?
Yeah, that's
That's gonna be insane.
I think we're really obviously expecting a big crowd. Obviously Fort Bliss and everything, home and away. So we play them at on the Hudson next year. It's gonna be a cool competition.
You have a lot of family out there too.
Yeah, that's gonna be obviously looking ahead. It'll be a cool game to go to. But right now, early in the season, you're gonna try and get a out of conference win, and see what you can do with that.
I would love to see them in the Mountain West.
I want to see them in the Big 12.
Just because
I want a Big 12 too.
when I grew up, that it was like Wyoming Air Force, like you said, New Mexico.
Yeah, but they had leather helmets back then.
Utah
Well,
State.
true. 70 years ago when I was little. But to me, that would be the conference for them to get into. And the basketball's really good.
That's very true.
I'm all about Big 12.
Biggest difference from this team this year and last year's team?
It's hard to say where we were at last year. I think I've been fortunate to never have been here when the mood is really low, and I mean I'm sure it's been like that. Every team has those years. This year is just going to be about consistency, though. Going forward, probably going to lose a couple games. It happens to every team, and the point in that is just not get too down. 24-hour rule, like they say, be happy, be sad, get over it, get back to practice. Either way, and just we want to be able to compete with everybody, and get a lot of wins this year.
What's it like playing for a coach like Kugler? Coach Kugler, excuse me.
He's a very honest coach. That's the really
Brutally honest.
Yeah, some might say, but it's good because never when I was recruited, any of us were we ever oh, you're gonna play, you come here, and a lot of colleges do that. We had coaches that were very honest and still are honest, and even the coaches that aren't here anymore, they were honest too, and it's a very good trend that Coach Kugler has of just getting really straightforward guys that aren't gonna BS you and give you the runaround and just tell you what's up, whether you like it or not.
Why'd you come to UTEP?
I felt good. That was the first school to really show interest in me. Coach Kugler is from Buffalo. Coach Higgins, the offensive coordinator, was also from Buffalo, and I felt good about that. It was cool to have people recruiting me that actually knew what was going on. I mean, I don't feel that a lot of other schools would know anything about it, but to have guys that went through similar stuff, obviously, a lot longer than I did, but who understood the whole Buffalo culture and where I come from, and to have those people in your corner was pretty awesome.
And plus, it also helps being down here during the winter time.
It's nice to come back here and
Wear shorts in Christmas time.
Not last year. We had like 12 inches of snow, like out of the blue.
For like.
Do you feel like you're at
one
home?
day.
For like
I feel like I'm in Buffalo.
No.
for like
No.
half an hour.
It was after the Sun Bowl, and then it was.
You're in a Sun Bowl?
Yeah, I went and then
Man,
I left at
you
halftime.
dumped.
I left at halftime.
I was on the sideline like.
And then
ugh.
it was, we were locked in for a day, and then the next day was like 60 degrees again, and
Yeah,
everything
it
melted.
melts like
That's right.
that.
Yeah, so it wasn't too big of a deal. It was cool. It was nice. It was
Yeah,
really, really nice. It was cool, yeah.
It did a little bit in January too. I remember a couple
Yeah.
people made, snowmen at the dorms until they, disappeared.
And you laughed
that
because you're like,
that
yeah,
afternoon.
you guys call this snow.
Well, it's funny because not
You wearing shorts?
not last but not last fall I want to say, but the fall before that.
Uh-huh.
They had this really bad winter in Buffalo, and certain areas had 7 feet of snow.
That's right, I remember that.
7 feet of snow.
Yeah.
Where I
It
live,
was like Matt Wilms.
where I live, I'm very fortunate where it's we'll get enough snow to out of school, but it's never like incapacitating. It'll be like 2 or 3 feet maybe. But some of the
2 or 3 feet.
That's a lot of snow, dude.
some of the
People would die in El Paso.
some of the
They have.
southern tier, people open their doors and they're using their as a cooler,
Oh, that's
putting
awesome.
stuff in there because can't get out of your house.
Wow.
But it's great to have snow days. I pretty much have had a snow day at least when I was home.
How's a snow day when you can't get out of your house to play in the
Well,
snow?
it's not usually that bad, but
Yeah.
when I was in 5th grade, we actually had a week off of school because we had the storm in October.
Greatest week ever.
It's called the October storm, and it was actually hit on a Friday or Thursday the 12th, and we had that Friday the 13th and the whole next week off. Because
How much snow hit? Do you remember?
28 feet.
I mean, I just remember everything was shut down because it was so early in the year. People weren't really
Oh, they
expecting
weren't
it.
ready,
It was
yeah.
October.
Okay.
It was like the middle of October, and it just got buried. And the branches.
Down here in
trees.
October, it's still hot.
Oh yeah.
It's like 85 degrees.
Whenever I lived in Alaska, it started snowing in
Jeez.
September.
Wow.
Yeah, so whenever you're talking about like the snow and all that stuff, and you guys are all excited about half an inch or whatever, I got to Alaska on November 17th, where it was
Oh.
negative 17 degrees.
Wow.
You had your, a dinner on team to go to the store and
Pretty
come
much
back.
is what it felt like. Yeah, I remember the day I showed up too. I thought to myself,
Nope.
"What the hell did I do? Why did I decide this?"
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, snow. I like snow.
No, it's great.
Yeah,
And,
it's awesome.
Best of both worlds.
You can't beat having winter here.
Yeah.
I get my fix of snow, and then it's like January. Christmas is over, New Year's. It's like time to go back to school.
The
And,
end of
Bye.
February, it's already starting to warm up in El Paso.
Yeah.
You were up in Buffalo this past week, weren't you?
yeah, I took a quick trip home. Saw my parents, grandparents, some of my close friends. Won't be home for December, so you had a little time off, and it was nice to go home for a bit.
Because they're going bowling.
Yeah.
Big bowling
Certainly-
this year.
Certainly hope so.
National championship.
9 or 10 win. I really believe this team's going to win 9 or 10 games.
They're
I
going to
really
go
straight up
17
feel
now.
that.
They don't even play that
17
many
to 0?
games.
Wow.
That's how many games they're going to win. Boom.
Okay, they're going to win their 2 scrimmages too.
No, they're just like teams are going to. Alabama's going to be so enamored by them that they'll give them wins. That's what's going to happen. They're like,
Wow.
you know what? We won't even play you guys. Just take it.
That's
There
legit.
it is. Yeah.
That's so awesome.
I can pull shit out of my ass. That's what I do.
So when you eat chicken wings, it's got to be like buffalo sauce in those wings, or
Well, in Buffalo they're just called chicken wings
oh,
because the Buffalo thing.
so it's not Buffalo Wild Wings; it's just Wild Wings.
Well, no, I mean, I'm a very humble guy, but when it comes to
I
chicken,
know
when
you're
it comes
killing me.
when it comes to chicken wings, Buffalo has the best wings. There's nothing you can really say
In
about
the
that.
world.
Yeah, and they have
Road
very good beef on whack as well.
Beef on what?
Beef on whack, like a
What's
whack
that?
roll. It's just something you have to try when you go there. A lot
You
of
gotta
people.
tell me about the beef on whack. What,
Yeah, it's just like
What's a whack?
like whack, like a roll.
Oh, it's like a grinder.
bread.
Yeah, it's very good though. I love my wings. That's one of my that's my favorite. But
Dude.
What
you
would you
have a
say has the
recipe?
best wings in El Paso?
to be honest with you, I don't really know. I don't go for straight chicken wings. Usually, I just get boneless wings. I'll probably go to
What?
Buffalo Wild Wings or
Okay.
That's what I do.
well, because I'm not competing when I'm here. It's like I'm not just like I wouldn't probably be trying to get
I'm trying to
some-
get you a
Mexican up
sponsorship.
there.
I wouldn't be getting
Like Mexican food
I
up
wouldn't be-
there.
I wouldn't
He's
be
gonna know
getting-
it's not going to compare.
Makes
I wouldn't
sense.
be- I wouldn't be getting border food up there, so it's similar idea.
Do you have a recipe that you
Oh,
use? Do you make
no,
ones while
I
Do
you're
you
here?
cook?
I don't. I do. I cook a little bit. My dad owned a restaurant back in the day, and my mom also was a big part of the restaurant business. So
What kind of restaurant?
it was just kind of a bar and grill.
I do like
in
bars.
downtown Buffalo. This was 25 years ago, but I was very fortunate to have parents that taught me to, more importantly, cook from scratch.
Yes.
Just make the most. You get leftovers, just put it into something and make it good.
Your mother or father is Polish?
My mom is Polish.
You guys eat a lot of pierogies?
Yeah,
Głupki?
certainly when I go to obviously not anymore, but we go to Thanksgiving back home, or even Christmas, Vigilia, which is like a Polish tradition.
It's true.
You
Yeah.
break bread. And,
My family's Polish too, so
okay.
feel you,
sorry,
man.
sorry. But
There you go.
I'm with you. Finally, something
So
in
yeah,
common.
we'll have some, a fair fix of Polish food when I go home. Obviously, specifically for Christmas.
What do you mean find something in common? He's a good-looking white guy. You're a good-looking white guy. You're both just absolutely
Super
ripped.
athletic.
Yeah.
Totally ripped.
Totally ripped.
Great salad on the top of your head.
That's
there.
right.
Yeah.
I'll give me have hair. So does Fossil.
It's true.
Oh no! Yeah, you stumped me with a pierogi thing. So
Do you think, as unfortunate it was last year to have 14 injuries, does that really season-ending injuries? Does that really help you guys this year with the depth?
Yeah. It's just going back to the whole thing. Like you have so many people hurt, so many starters, and you so close to a bowl game.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's with that. Hopefully people stay healthy, keep our morale up. We really think we can do pretty exciting things this year with all cylinders firing.
did you write Melania Trump's speech? Is that
No.
you? Is everyone doing the Rickroll thing at the end?
No, I didn't.
Never gonna
but I
give
think
you up.
it's-
Never gonna let you down.
Don't get me started on the whole political thing.
Trying to, man.
We'd be here for, we'd be
It's
here
too
for
smart.
a long time. But yeah, I think it's the right wing's pretty embarrassing right now.
I agree with you.
What do you think about the third party?
I think it's exciting. I think the main problem right now is that if somebody so clueless and very scary as Trump, with some of the things he's saying, and a lot of people want to brush that off, and that's fine. But there's some things you can't ignore, and there's some incredibly awful things he said about certain races, certain religions, and obviously more recently the family of somebody who served our country and died for our country.
Muslim family. Captain in the army.
But third party, I think it's exciting. I think the problem is that not that many people like Hillary Clinton, and whether or not I think she, she'll be a good president. She's very similar to Barack Obama in a few ways, and I don't think she, I think we'd be fine. We'd be rolling. But I think that a lot of people find her, like I don't think a lot of people think I could sit down with Hillary Clinton and talk to her like one-on-one, and it would be like forced. I think Gary Johnson's a funny guy, if nothing else.
Funny guy.
He's an interesting character. Some of the things he said. I mean, I don't, just the way this country's set up, it's not, and a lot of the things that have been happening, it's not designed to ever let a third-party candidate win. And if Gary Johnson was president, I wouldn't have a problem with that. I think that's fine. But obviously, as long as Trump isn't president, that's the main goal.
As long as he's not president, we get to stay here.
You guys are out of here. Me and Augie get to stay.
But
I was going to ask you another question, but I don't want to get too deep into the politics.
no, I'm all ears.
I was going to ask you,
yeah.
if it wasn't Trump coming out of the Republican side, if it was like Kasich or Cruz or somebody else, would you vote for any Republican coming out?
Are you a staunch Democrat or?
I'm not a staunch. I'm not thrilled with my party right now, just because I was a Bernie guy. A lot of respect for him, and everyone agrees that he was honest, no matter what his politics. And obviously, he's not a communist, as many Fox News people would like to think. He actually has similar political ideals to one of the best presidents in history, which would be FDR. But aside from that, I didn't really like any of those Republicans. And when Trump was running, it was very amusing to watch all these guys just lose their marbles. With Rubio and none of these guys really showed any spine, and they
Carson.
still don't. If anything, Cruz has ever done respectable. I was probably going to the RNC and just telling them to vote their conscience.
Right, yeah.
Right.
And
I was at Put Bowl like, no way, I got to go see this.
Cruz,
That's when you know you're old.
Cruz is a very scary candidate in his own right. Obviously more political than Trump, but I certainly wouldn't vote for him at all. I mean, I don't mind Kasich. I like what he's doing.
Right.
No, he's one of the few Republican
If
guys.
he would have come out, I probably would have voted for him.
Thank you. I know Kasich's one of the few guys on the right wing that, whether I obviously certainly don't really agree with what his ideals are, but he hates Trump, and he's not going to bow to him like so many of these other guys that campaign so fiercely against him. He's going to be a great president. So that's that's respectable, and it's on right. And similar to Jeb Bush.
All day too with it, but I don't want to.
I want to do one more political question if I can.
It's
Shout
fine.
out to JC's, my buddy. He actually just got hired as a reporter at KVIA. He's have real long hair, kind of like you. Who may have gone round for this. How would Bernie Sanders pay for free college?
Taxes are going to be a little bit higher, certainly. I don't know the
See, I pay taxes.
exact details of the plan.
That kicks me. So I get to pay?
I don't like taxes in the sense that,
But I think it was raising taxes on people that made over like $250,000
I get
a
it.
year.
I don't make $250,000.
I get a paycheck,
Yet.
and nobody likes to see, this was taken, and obviously tax. Just because of the stand on and every identity and plan. and it was concerning, but a reflection of American politics that he could get hosed, and he never really had a chance. I guess that's the most concerning thing, and we all wanted to believe that the DNC was very neutral and but he couldn't have won. It was not designed, and I think that's the most unfortunate thing.
I stopped paying attention to the primaries when he won Wyoming, and I think he won the state, but then he lost in delegates.
Yeah,
and I was like, the whole thing's
it's just
fucked. I remember being at the gym and saying like, this whole thing is fucked. And I stopped a couple weeks with the conventions. I started watching all the politics stuff again. But
and to go back to answering your question, taxes. Nobody likes taxes. Nobody likes to lose $50 from a paycheck. We don't want to get that whole lump sum.
Do you pay taxes?
It's taken out of my paycheck.
Okay.
Certainly. I see that, but I think that the purpose it would serve. I think that one of the problems is a lot of people go beyond their means to go to college. Obviously, I've been very fortunate, to have a scholarship. But
you worked hard for that. It wasn't just given.
Of course,
worked very hard.
I see people a lot of the time going to these private schools, and people go out of state. And I know if I wanted to go to school back home, I think the University of Buffalo, which is a very good public institution, grandparents went there. It'd be I think $6,000 a year, roughly.
Oh, wow.
Don't quote me on that, but it would be manageable. And minimum wage is also too low, and it hasn't stayed consistent. But if I'm taking classes, I can still pay for that on my own. So I think that it is a problem, but people also need to stay within their means with college.
Great question. Let's get out of politics. Fantasy football.
Never.
Are you allowed to play or
To be honest with you, I don't know.
Will you be in my fantasy league?
I think it's possible we're allowed to play not for money. I don't even know anything about it.
Well, we can't play my league then.
I never even was into it, to be honest.
You can play in my league.
To be honest with you, it was one of the things that I just never got into growing up. I had tons of friends in high school and middle school, but I just never. I guess it was just one of those.
I'm
things
assuming you're kind of too busy to follow it.
Never clicked. You hear people talk about it all the time. You go to class or whatever, but I just never. I guess I never got into it. Really.
I remember when I worked at UTEP. I'm sure you did too when you were at Tech. But I always enjoyed watching a game because you kind of never really get to watch a game.
Yeah, that's very true.
The only game you really get to watch is the game you're at on Saturday.
Yeah, you see the ticker at the bottom, so your team did.
And you're kind of following, trying to follow other games. But at least that was my experience. I don't know, but it was always hard to watch a game. So
Well, I like
I
about
enjoy
it.
watching a game.
It makes every game awesome. The Browns could be playing.
Yeah.
The Buccaneers. You're
yeah.
like, I can't wait to see what happens here.
I got Jameis Winston. I need him scored 3 touchdowns.
Oh, crabby pants. Oh, with that, you throw it back to me?
No, I'm gonna
Thanks.
say you guys good.
We're good, man.
So I can talk forever.
Well, no, we gotta get him out of here, man.
That's true. He's got things to do.
Yeah.
He's got to go to Rio Doso.
I got nowhere to be, guys.
Oh, in that
Nowhere
case.
to be. Yeah, we'll let you get out of here, man, because you got to wake up early and all that stuff. It's almost 9 o'clock. So.
That's fine. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. All right. So last question before we go ahead and let you go. You're gonna win a national championship, right?
I think I'd certainly love to win one, but we'll play week by week.
How big would that ring be?
Yeah, I know, right?
Now it's just like 3 rings in one.
Yeah, it'd be ginormous.
I held Lee Mays' Super Bowl ring, and it was like, I'm not lying.
I know. The Steelers
You've
on it?
seen it.
Of course I have.
You've seen it. It's like
It's my
that
boy.
big, like gigantic.
Do you ever talk to the guys from the WAC that won that championship from 2000?
Natkin,
They ever come
his
around?
coach.
Not
right.
not so much, but obviously Coach Natkin, which is it's remarkable though because for being the best tight end in history, All-American, very very humble, never really ever talk. Yeah, but I mean everybody likes to gloat every now and then. Oh, back my senior year,
These
yada
guys.
yada.
And he's got a picture outside the Larry K. Durham that's about 25 feet
That
tall.
is-
Yeah, him and Rocky.
Always,
him
always
and Rocky.
reminded of it, but yeah, no, he doesn't really talk about it at all. To be honest, I'm sure he would, but no, it's obviously just a cool goal to strive for. And obviously, Coach Kugler was on that '88 team that I think won 10 games or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of cool to
Lost
have.
to Brett Favre in the Independence Bowl.
Man.
But it's
Coach Stahl was
it's
the
tough.
coach?
Coach Stoll was the coach. John Harvey was the running back. Pat Haggerty was the quarterback.
I was
Tony
4.
Tolbert was a defensive end.
I was 4.
Were you really?
Yeah, I was 4.
I was 9.
Yeah, I think I was 8 or 9 running there. Just
Good times, man. We're gonna do something like that this season.
Yep, we'll win
That's right.
a national championship.
The
I'm
miners
saying
are
it
gonna
right
do
now.
that, and gonna be incredible. And
Augie Torres said it. National championship.
Yeah.
Augie
I
Torres
heard
was
him.
on the shootout.
No such thing.
He said he would like to win one. That's
Voting for
actually what he said.
So every time I see those bags on campus, that's from the bowl game?
Yeah, those are from
The
New
Oakley
Mexico,
one?
New Mexico bowl game.
So awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty cool to It's an awesome experience.
Were
that
we
was.
talking about the bowl gifts here?
Last week.
Last week, yeah.
Okay, tell them how it works. Because don't you guys now get like so many points you can use, and you get like
Yeah.
different gifts?
Um,
And there's like one like you can buy a TV if you want, or get
Wow.
a TV.
So I mean, every bowl game's different. Certainly,
Mhm.
you know, one of my friends played at Cincinnati a couple years ago, and they went to a bowl game. I'm not sure which one, but I think he got like an Xbox out of it.
Not saying
Obviously,
about that.
you know, the bigger the bowl game, generally, you know, you're gonna get bigger stuff. The way it worked for us, you had 5 points, and there's a room. 2 years ago, it was just a. It was. I mean, that was a year from our senior that year, and you know, really let it 1-5. It was really. It was came down to the last play, really. You know, I'd see that
I remember
interception,
that play.
and we lose that game, we're not going. What it was about, we get a ring, and I don't know that this is up to the big guy though.
Who would you
Certainly Aaron. Mac Leftwich is a great leader too. Obviously, very good. He's a very strong leader regardless, and he's one of those people that you actually feel can be a leader even though he's not playing.
Who leads up front? Who leads on the offensive line?
There's offensive line leaders. You know, obviously you got Jerome as a senior, and Will Hernandez is certainly
Like him?
you know be more of a leader by example. And I think that's more what this team's about. There's not that many rah guys, and even going back to 2 years ago, you know, Eric Tomlinson, you know, was a great leader, and he, you know, never really said anything at all. And so that's just kind of the mentality that gets passed down, just to, you know, lead by action, lead by example. So there's a lot of different guys you could say are
Who would you
leaders.
say is the most vocal leader? Because there's going to be times in the game where you need somebody to start screaming.
fire
Yeah,
you
So
up?
who does that?
To be honest with you, I'm not sure. You know, we had good leaders last year. Roy was a very vocal leader.
Okay, Roy Robertson Harris,
yeah,
the big D end.
Yeah. You know, this year obviously we're finding our identity on defense and offense, and it can be anybody. That's the thing about this team. It's not going to be one guy looking to, and there's different guys. You know, Coach Davis got us real fired up before a couple games last year, and it's not really, you know, he's very quiet. He's a phenomenal coach, really strength coach. We spent so much time with him, but you know, to have somebody like that just kind of come out and just kind of got us all fired up, you know. And it was a surprise, and that was great. So it can be anybody for sure.
Cool. Right on, man.
Excellent.
Tap me out.
You're gonna take us to this bowl game, right? Like we can go with you whenever you guys go to a bowl. We
Yeah,
can get
you
hooked up with some free
you guys
stuff.
can sit on top of my car. It's only 2-seater, but you're gonna have to.
Right on.
I'll take it.
Have to
Yeah.
pile in.
That's an upgrade.
But Augie, thank you very much for
Thank you
coming
very
out
much.
with
I
us, man.
appreciate
know
having us.
you're gonna be going out of town to Ruidoso tomorrow.
Sir.
I'll see you there.
Yes,
You'll
we'll see
be
you there.
We won't.
Oh,
We
well,
won't.
see
We
you
should
guys.
try to go up on a weekend.
See you guys in 12 days.
It's cool, man. It's a
Yeah.
lot of fun. I'm down.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a nice, cool change. It's, you know,
That was great up there.
I love
it's
it.
phenomenal.
Like minus
Love
30
it.
degrees.
I was just there this weekend. I love it. Me and Sarius, I was there like 2 days ago.
Mm.
I love it.
Advertising for Ruidoso on the Shoot Up podcast.
Right. Sponsorship.
Sponsored by the city of Ruidoso.
Right. $8 in an envelope. That's what you get out of Rita's there. Right. We'll give you a high five.
They're not Canadian. No. But yeah, thank you once again for
Thank you
coming
for
out.
having me. I appreciate it.
We got to get you on before, or I guess
September 3rd.
after the New Mexico State game or before the New Mexico State game, just so we can
Yeah, sure.
make fun of New Mexico State some more.
Beat them hard.
You're
Yeah.
gonna beat them, right?
Yeah, we're gonna beat them.
There we go. Finally,
I heard it.
Finally.
Right. We got something out of him.
Well,
Augie,
I'm not gonna pull any punches against New Mexico State.
There we
Excellent.
go. There we go. Augie, once again, thank you very much for coming out on the
Thanks for
Shootout
having
podcast. We're gonna take a quick break and then we'll do a really quick recap and get on out of here. What do you guys think?
Yes,
I like
sir.
it.
Let's get it.
Cool. Thank you.
Oof.
You're the man.
can't believe also ditched us, man.
Yeah, it hurts a little bit.
Hurts, don't it?
I'm going for the can't see my hater segment right here.
Excellent.
You got a Bleacher Report for us?
I got 4 of them.
Ooh, I like kind of like story time with Will though.
I liked it.
I have a story too, but
Story time with Will Heron is brought to you by the letter F.
for shitty.
I like it.
Yeah, what happened to Vaso? I guess he's got to do something. It's understandable.
He's got general awards. So.
Yeah, he's got to get those looked at.
Maybe he started his period.
That's true too.
It did look like it was that time of the month for him.
He was
He
drippy.
looked a little bloated,
I'm
a little crabby when we turned it over to him.
He's like, I don't even like you guys. Oh, fuck, that camera's only on Will. I'll put it back where it was.
I like it.
There we go. Why not? I just saw my own ass.
You know what we need to do, and I just thought of it tonight? We need to post pictures of the people we interview.
I was thinking about that.
Oh, we didn't get pictures with Bree and Coach.
I did.
You did?
Attaboy.
And that's why I thought of it. I'm like, we need to do this every week.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
smart. Good
And
job.
post it on our page. And Aaliyah Davis, I think she's the hottest chick we've interviewed ever.
I think Bree's fucking smoking hot.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Well, maybe because she's my little cousin, I don't see her that way. But
Yeah, probably should.
but Keaton too. No,
Keeter.
Keaton was like super fucking attractive. But,
Yeah, pretty and smart.
Our YouTube feed is still live, right?
I was trying to blank it out. But
Whoops.
Hopefully nobody's listening at this point.
Waka waka waka.
It happened.
We had what 33 views on the last one. It's
Yeah.
good.
Did it really?
Yeah. Up from 2 from some of the other ones. Hell yeah.
I looked at the other one, like we had 12 or so.
Yeah, I mean, baby steps. Fuck yeah.
And still the highest one was the one from the RGFL championship game. Like
Oh,
almost
really?
300 on that one, yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure all the dudes were watching that because they told me about it. They were telling me about the time where I called that play before it happened. I said they're about to run a slant over here on this side, and they told me about that.
Nice.
Michael Montes is like, I know my play.
I'm like, I can see him setting it up. Well, you know, they get in a rhythm and you get used to it. You know, I mean, I'm
You know
sure
what
you
they're
see
gonna
stuff like that.
Well, I mean, that's your team, so you've seen enough of
Yeah,
the
you know what I
game.
mean. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you
Yeah.
kind of know what's coming. Like, oh, here we go with this shit.
He's a seer.
Don't know what's coming. And that's what makes it exciting.
I'm a little bummed out that Vossa left. What the hell?
I know, man. So fucking unprofessional.
Yes, I understand, but man.
Where do you have to go? You just said you had to go.
Yeah, so you had somewhere to go? Oh, well. We're still good.
Vaginal wart removal.
Vossel Zabinal, the new voice for whatever herpes cream. I can't even
Kotex.
Kotex. That was like the joke growing up. Kotex.
People back in the day used to say that my last name was like, instead of Tipton was tampon. I was like, it's not even close, man.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm good.
When we were at
They stopped and I was like, yeah, because I'm always in vagina.
when we were at
Swimming in it. Need a life vest.
I don't care how bloody it is.
when we were
Whoa.
at where were we? I think we were at TCU in 2000 with UTEP when I was an equipment guy, and they were calling napkin sanitary napkin. And he's all, "That's fucked up, man."
They didn't say it to his face.
He's like, I'm the
No.
dirtiest player on this team.
You want to hear the funniest story about that?
Huh.
You would always have your hecklers, right? Like right behind us, because they always put the student section right behind us. And so we were at it was TCU actually, and there was these guys just giving us shit the whole game. So after the game, they won, and everybody started jumping onto the field. And the two guys that were talking the most shit, Ebok and
remember Ebok.
Nakanduro, yeah.
Yeah.
They're standing there, and they're like, "All right, come on down now. You're talking shit the whole game. Come on down." And the
Yeah, E-Block's like that.
Totally didn't budge, dude. They just stood there like,
News.
and they looked like total bitches because they were talking the most shit of anybody you've ever heard. And as soon as it was time to jump on the field, they just were like, yeah, no, we just talk.
We're good.
Yeah, that was class. I'll never forget that.
E-Block has had his ups and downs.
He's like a fitness model now. Have you seen him?
Yeah.
The guy's more ripped than anybody.
He's a beast.
Yeah.
See, by the time he kicked open that door to go get his PS4 or something like that and trash that house,
No.
tell you about that when the microphone was on.
He wore a size 18 shoe. And so we had a special section in the equipment room just for his shoes.
Oh, God.
It was one cabinet, the top half of this cabinet, that had 6 pairs of size 18 shoes for E-Block.
He went to Coronado High School, and we both went to the same youth group.
Oh, okay.
He was younger than I was, and I remember him growing up. Yeah, he got a little wild, but who doesn't when they're younger? You know, we all make dumb decisions. Maybe.
Maybe not Augie.
Not Augie.
Not
No,
seem
definitely
dumb at all.
not.
Smartest kid.
Golly.
He is, man.
Couldn't get anything by him.
No.
Tried like
He never
multiple times.
bid. Yeah, he never bid on anything.
Yeah, and he knew. He's like, dodge.
That jerk.
Telling you.
Didn't give us
He
any material.
finally said, and I think he just did it more for us with the New Mexico
just-
State thing at the end.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, let's give these guys one.
You can't throw a bone, man.
There you guys go.
But we should really go up to Ruidoso for a night. Just
Yeah,
like
we
a
should.
boys' night.
We should.
Without a doubt, I got the cabin up there. Everything's squared away. It's badass.
You got a cabin?
I own a cabin
I did not know that.
in my
Alto.
name and my mother's name, just outside of Alto in Ruidoso, off Meacham.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's the road heading towards
Sutter,
Alto.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sutter. Sorry, there's 2 big roads, Meacham or Sutter.
Yeah, they connected
Yeah,
the
they-
Allsups.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I love it.
It's right there
Love
by
Ruidoso.
Farley's.
Ah, I love fucking
Yeah.
Except the service has been shitty the last 2 times we've gone there.
Last time I was there, we got thrown out. Not too big on the service myself.
Why did you get
Tell you-
thrown out?
My girlfriend got a little drunk and she started
Do you have a
singing.
girlfriend now?
No, not a. The girlfriend at the time. She fuck her. She got a little wasted and was a.
Wasted.
There was a band and she was singing louder than the band, but she was singing like Christmas carols. Like they asked us to politely leave, and then she got mad and busted out a. Is it 'cause I'm Mexican? It wasn't because she was Mexican. It's because she was
It's 'cause
dumb and
she's-
drunk. So we had to leave, and then she got mad and she grabbed all the mints, and she's, I'm taking these with me. She walked out with a handful of like 30 mints, and
We all have that friend.
Were they the chocolate ones?
no, not those good
Oh,
ones, the
I really
regular.
like those.
Yeah, no.
Those are
She,
my favorite mints.
yeah, she had a nice little meltdown.
I love Farley. We go every time we go up there. We go to Farley's.
I used to love the place. Now I can't go back.
Damn it!
You
So we
can.
can't go to Farley's.
Go
We
without
go.
her. No, we can
Yeah,
go.
you can go. Yeah.
I'll wear a mask. Wear my
Yeah,
glasses.
ski mask.
We
So
can put like a lucha libre mask on.
Probably. Y'all don't know
And you
me.
could be El Gabacho. or El
Ándale.
Gringo.
El borracho. Coming out the top rope.
We're like, nah, bro. This is Wrestling Underground. This is El Gabacho.
Ándale. Might have been a little buzz when coach was here. Who knows?
Tonight?
You can tell?
No, I couldn't.
Hell yeah. Oh, you could?
I could.
Slurred like once, and then I kind of brought it back.
Yeah, you went like the whole military. Like, wait a minute. Can't let the supervisor see this. I saw you.
No,
I
you're
got you,
good,
brother.
I see you over there, Will.
Tipton's better than me, man, because I didn't notice at all.
Woo-wee, yeah.
I'm very good at spotting people that get drunk.
Very nice.
Mainly because I'm drunk most of the time. Yeah.
You look like me on a Thursday.
You look like me on my way to work. All right, you guys ready?
Let's plug this chicken.
I know something.
What are we talking about?
Olympics, MLB stuff, Chihuahuas, basic shit. Some basic bitches.
When
Basic
did the Olympics
bitch.
start? On Thursday?
Friday.
Friday. Okay.
Friday's opening ceremony.
I have something on Friday. Oh, I have a work party.
You have a thing?
I have a work party. It sucks.
So I got a thing on Friday.
There in
It's
the
at
Wells Fargo
Chihuahuas.
building?
No,
Oh,
we do
nice.
it at the Chihuahuas.
Oh, that's awesome.
We ran out. What's our 3rd year doing it? So it's kind of.
I mean, you're all like, it's whatever. I'm like, yeah, that's awesome.
No, it is. No, don't get me wrong. The first couple of years, we're like, oh my god, this shit's amazing. But it's just this year's kind of like, we're gonna do this again. You know what I mean?
The first
No,
couple
I
of years.
don't.
No, it's because
The
Like,
first couple of years, they've been around 3 fucking years.
yeah,
The first
sounds
couple of
rough,
years.
Montez.
Yeah. Oh
But
god.
see, here's the thing. The
Go to
year
this
before
baseball
Yeah,
game.
it's terrible. Awesome food, girls everywhere, liquor. At a baseball game, Chihuahua Stadium. I hate it.
No, you're right. Don't get me wrong. It's amazing. But we've done it 3 years in a row. The year before we started doing this, we had a Mardi Gras party. It was the greatest fucking party I've ever been to. Like, yeah, like we did it at 150 Sunset, that Sunset Gardens or whatever.
Oh, okay, yeah. They're by
Phenomenal.
Donovan.
Everybody dressed up. All the guys were in masks. All the ladies wore masks.
Boobs?
No, it was work.
I know, but it's Mardi Gras.
But we got Cajun food. We had the FM Junkies that are fucking amazing. It was seriously like the best party I'd ever been to. Like work party ever. I mean, it was fucking amazing.
But there
So
were
the
no titties.
No.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it's work. I
So
don't want
that
to see.
sounds like a normal
There's some
party.
people I work with that I don't want to see their titties.
Well, maybe you.
But there's a couple that wouldn't be so bad. But then, yeah, so then we did the Chihuahua thing the first year, and I was like, oh, this is awesome, dude. This is like the greatest thing ever. And then last year we were like, cool, it's the Chihuahuas again. And this year was kind of like, okay, cool, the Chihuahuas. You know?
Oh,
So that's why, because it's, you know.
I have to go to the Chihuahuas game once a year.
terrible.
God.
I hate it. It's a party.
Hey, here I am. Like, I got hooked up with some tickets to the Chihuahuas game on Thursday. I'm like, fuck yeah, man.
Yeah.
Montez is
Blown
like,
away.
Montez is like, oh, again.
Yeah, I just threw out the first pitch. This place is
Oh,
whatever.
Yeah. God.
Damn, it's like
It
that.
just-
I also, I
You
guess
think
what
we
also
would have
made it-
more than hamburgers and hot dogs at the company party?
Oh.
You know what I
okay.
mean?
Rats again, free food. You're used to that shrimp and Don
And
Perignon.
lobster.
Yeah.
That prime rib.
Dom Perignon.
There's a lot. I guess there's a lot more to it.
I learned how to say Dom Perignon
Paragon.
because I've never had that kind of loot like Michael Montez.
Yeah,
Never
right.
had that Montez loot.
This party sucks. Where's caviar?
Yeah, you guys are right. I shouldn't be such a uppity asshole.
Or you should hang out with higher class people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go one of two ways there.
Yeah, no.
You could be either extra grateful or fucking reach for the stars, man.
Yeah, right.
That's true. I'm gonna be super fucking grateful. Fred, I'm gonna be like so fucking excited to be at the Chihuahuas again. I'm like, oh my god, this is the greatest fucking party ever.
Where's Chico?
His selfie's gonna look like this.
I'm gonna be fucking thrilled.
Can't wait for
I'm gonna
next
be
year.
over the fucking moon about it. You're
Trouble's in
exactly
first
right.
place. Everything's great.
Fucking Tipton was here yesterday.
So anybody in here?
I guess they're slumming with that guy now. Oh, y'all ready?
Let's do it to her.
I'll do the Vassal countdown.
Okay, give me the countdown.
1, 2.
It's the opposite direction, but close.
Yeah, do it the other way. 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1. I'm also Zamanol.
That
I have
sounds,
chickens.
that sounds still too manly for him. We got.
Oh, right. He made that chicken joke, and coach was like, huh?
I was so afraid of what he was gonna say whenever Coach
Woo.
was here.
Yeah.
I was like, "Come on, Vossel." But as you heard, everybody, we are back on the Shootout podcast. Will Heron doing a great impersonation of Vossel Zabanal, who had somewhere better to be today.
Thanks, everybody.
Hey.
Nailed it. We don't need you, Vassal. We got you already.
Sound guy.
Introduced himself as the sound guy. Literally, whenever Bree came in, he's like, "Hi, the sound guy." Turns around and starts doing something else. It's like, say something more than that, man.
Yeah.
The sound guy Vossel. We could have came up with like an awesome nickname instead. Intimidated.
I'm just saying, we bring like beautiful athletes around him all the time, guys and girls.
Augie Torres.
Oh yeah, and like you can't be excited to be here, man.
I know, there was a puppy here. He was the only one who didn't touch the puppy.
Telling you.
And all he kept thinking about
Ace.
was eating it. Yeah, Ace. Ace.
I see what you did there with
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Get it, 'cause-
I'm gonna ignore it. Yeah, I'm just looking right past that one.
His
No, I
racism's
was
killing
with
me.
it. I was with it. I just am looking right.
Oh
past
no,
that
no,
one.
I got it.
Like he wanted to make ace stew. I got it. No, I'm 100%. But we're looking right past that.
Ace
one.
kebabs. Bring some more dogs, Bree, for a barbecue. You're replaceable, Vassal.
Phenomenal show though.
This has been a pretty good show.
We had Coach Cross.
Coach Cross.
I mean, he is like UTEP soccer. He is the 18 of them have been a winning season. I mean, that's phenomenal.
Apparently only 16 as a head coach.
Yeah, drop the ball on that one.
Good
25
research.
years, coach. No, dummy.
Coach, you showed up with Don Haskins. How
Yeah.
did
70 years as a head coach.
The Shark, Bree Thomas,
Yeah, she was
the
here.
assassin.
Yeah,
and
she
then-
gave an awesome interview. Usually it's like, so how's the season going? Good. So you got a yellow card? Yeah. But
Yeah,
this
no,
time, man,
she opened up.
she was killing it. Yeah,
She
I
was
was,
killing it. I'm gonna have to tell her
impressed.
mom, like, dude, she was awesome.
yeah, that was a good interview. Bree is awesome. The Shark.
And then Augie Torres, that kid is probably one of the smartest football players I've ever met.
Yeah, right. I've never met a smart football player until I met Augie. Wait, that sounded bad. I've met a very, very smart football player since
like
I met Augie.
exceptionally smart.
Yeah, that guy can't get anything past him either, man. I'm trying to joke with him. He's like, nope, I got you.
He's all no.
I got your buffalo wings right here,
We're gonna
partner.
talk about this.
I'm gonna bring Dennis on.
Hey,
Oh, D Money.
Dennis, woo woo,
Dennis.
woo woo. What are we
That's-
gonna talk about with Dennis?
I don't know. I got 4 Bleacher Reports. Can't wait to get to those.
I like your Bleacher Reports.
Thank you.
And I really liked Storytime with Will last week.
I have a story, but I don't know. It's not really sports.
Wasn't sports related.
That's true too.
It was about the Chick-fil-A thing, and that.
Oh
Was
yeah, those
classic.
hillbillies.
That was classic.
They had like 8 teeth between them. I think they shared them.
Oh.
There you go. Should probably turn that mic on.
We're being visited by royalty.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Dennis. Woo!
That's scary.
Show us how it's done, man.
Hey man, what's going on?
Chilling like a super villain. Looking for a killing on penicillin.
Holy cow! Man.
Those words rhyme.
I can't hear Dennis.
Yeah, Dennis is not in.
He's not on.
Nope.
Nope.
No,
Oh,
sir.
maybe. Nope.
Uh-oh.
Nope, he's not.
Nope.
Nope. Nope.
Nope, nope, nope.
Nope. I don't hear me either.
Yeah.
Well, I never hear me either. So what the hell?
The voices in your head telling you to do things.
Why are you here so late, Dennis? Woo!
Oh, I'm working on a play.
Oh,
For
okay,
the
so-
Playhouse. Yeah.
He's
There he
on.
is.
Yep. We're good. Now
Nice.
we're good.
Well, play.
Our Lady of the Tortilla.
Nice.
Yeah.
Getting hungry.
Listen.
Are
I've
tortillas
always-
involved
Oh, absolutely.
when
Sounds like
viewing?
Flour
church.
tortilla. Flour tortillas.
Oh, there's nothing
Mm.
better. The best
Right.
thing ever is in San Diego. They make them fresh, like on the streets, right?
Yeah.
And then they put butter on it, and you eat it. Oh, it's the greatest thing.
Oh yeah.
And then there's beautiful women everywhere. Oh,
I watched a girl. She would get her tortilla. She'd put mayonnaise on it,
Yeah.
mustard, meat, and just roll it up like a ham sandwich.
Oh yeah.
It's a
There you
tortilla
go.
sandwich.
There you go.
Fantastic.
that's how you do it when you're from the ghetto. I've had several of those in my
Yeah.
life.
Oh, listen, man. You know the nights in Juarez coming back over the bridge.
Oof.
Just before you come across the bridge, there used to be a nice little taco stand right there, and there was a woman right next to his taco stand who was making the fresh tortillas. So you have the
Ah.
fresh tortillas, and then the cat meat cut off the thing, and then you just put it on there with onion.
All
and
tastes like
it's all good.
chicken.
It's all good. Yeah, absolutely.
Cat meat. That's phenomenal.
The gato.
Well, you never saw stray cats in Juarez.
No. Yeah, they're all missing a leg or 2 or 3.
or just missing. Period.
Yeah. I had a cat. It tasted great. Wait, what?
It's all good, man. It's all good. So what's a chatter today?
We had Augie Torres, UTEP tight end.
Yep.
We had Bree Thomas, the Shark from
Mhm.
UTEP Soccer with
Yep.
Coach Cross.
Cool.
Yeah, good times. Unbelievable. Coach is awesome, as always. Awesome. See what I did
Awesome.
there?
I see what you
Right?
did there.
Very
He
cool.
didn't have
very
any
cool.
awesomes today. Usually he has an awesome counter. So we know how many times he says awesome. But I think he was on
Today
his...
he only said it twice.
Yeah.
No awesome counters this time, huh?
Yeah,
Well,
he-
he said that he's been like conscious of it ever since we
Yeah.
brought it up, ever since Keaton brought it up the other
yeah,
day.
it's like a complex.
Yeah, we were in his head.
We changed his life,
We did.
What a shame.
basically.
For the better, kind of.
The sales of thesaurus in El Paso have increased just with Coach Cross.
By one fold.
Thesauri, would that be the plural of
Thesauri.
thesaurus?
The psoriasis is.
Something, I don't know.
Something like, yeah, I think that's right. I think so.
Thesaurical.
Well, that sounds like a disease. Holy cow. You better get that checked.
Only when it itches.
Oh, well, he came down with the Soracle.
Oh man, I hope he's
She
taking
said she loved
penicillin
me.
for that.
But it was worth it.
Rock my world. Called her back.
Yeah.
Bewitching too.
But you know where a place that you can catch the Soracle?
No.
Rio.
Oh,
Ah, see what
I
you
see
did
what you
there.
did there.
Little tranny.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
So, Rio Olympics start Friday.
You know what's funny? The first thing when you say Rio is it's sad, but the first thing I think is Zika.
Ah,
How much is that going to overshadow the games?
I think of an undying shitstorm to what it is.
like their water.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like-
exactly.
Did you hear what the United States men's basketball team did today?
No.
They played Nigeria yesterday, right?
They
They
dominated
annihilated
Nigeria.
Nigeria.
700 points.
The U.S. men's basketball team, instead of staying in a hotel in Rio, all came together, put their money together, and bought a yacht. So they're going to be out on the ocean in a yacht chilling
Smart.
during this entire time of the Olympics. That's the smartest thing they could do, right?
Yeah, probably get robbed
Imagine
less.
the women they're going to be visiting that yacht.
Imagine the
Oh.
athletes, the Olympic athletes that are going to want to be there.
Oh,
on
yeah.
that yacht.
On this yacht. How large is this yacht? Is this like the
We need to
Titanic
introduce.
too?
We
Yeah,
need to
like
introduce
Carnival
the
Cruise
legends.
Line.
Oh, we haven't introduced.
You have
them,
not
have we?
introduced the
No.
legend.
We
Oh,
gotta
you hear his
jump
voice.
right
Everybody
into it.
knows. I
Yeah.
mean,
Oh,
I didn't need to
Michael
introduce
Montes, or
him.
you guys actually kind of did right now. Whenever
Well,
you
we
your whole
did,
little-
yeah.
Woo!
Dennis, woo!
Yeah.
Yeah. The man who taught Ric Flair how to do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I taught him how to walk the walk, man. I'm the one who did that. You betcha.
To be the man, you got to beat the man.
That's right.
There it is.
Dennis beat him.
2 out of
Twice.
3 in a Russian chain match.
You know them Russian chains, man.
You
Playing
betcha.
Russian
Yep.
roulette with an automatic.
Uh-huh.
I'm looking up the size of this yacht because I'm now interested in to see how large this yacht is. But the Olympics, is it wrong to say that it's going to be terrible?
No. What bothers me is I think IOC just kind of took it out on the United States because of their foreign policies and how they handle things. And so they just didn't want the United States to have it. So they sent it over to Brazil. But didn't they just have the World Cup?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, what else does.
Here's the whole thing about the Olympics and why Brazil really is stinking up the joint. Literally, they were told you know up that mess about the sewage going into the bay.
Little fecal matter.
Yeah,
Literally.
just a little bit.
Yeah.
You know,
Water's
clean that
brown.
up. Yeah, well, a few years later, 80% of the raw sewage is still getting into the bay. 80%.
You see the
Okay?
fishers out there too, fishermen?
Oh, you know the ones with 3 eyes?
Yeah, right? The Simpsons fish.
You bet. That's why
Right.
fire kills everything.
Not
why they have-
everything.
oh, yeah, that's why they have broiled fish every day.
The golf side,
Ah.
golf, you got all these golfers who are
Spieth and
missing.
Day, or
Spieth and Day, athletes who don't want to go or who are, that cut out for some strange
It's okay.
reason. Yeah, but you have all these athletes who don't want to go, and rightfully so. I mean, whenever your health is in question, you kind of don't want to risk that. I mean, the sport comes secondary.
yeah, they want to have children,
Yeah,
and so they're worried about that bringing their wife over and stuff like that. Yeah.
exactly. And you can't blame any of them for it. And the other thing I want to get to, Russia. They're still allowed to compete even these
Yeah.
issues.
Apparently, it was government-sponsored cheating.
Something like
They're
that.
basically all Dragos, is what happened.
I will break you.
If he dies, he dies.
So if that's the case, then just take Brock Lesnar over there.
Yeah.
There you go.
Just take Brock.
He'll play every sport.
Absolutely. Why not?
He'll dominate a basketball.
Come on.
Speaking of
F5
sports.
everybody. You know, tennis, F5, whap, I win. Give me that gold.
Time by. Is golf really an Olympic sport, though?
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I get it. It's a very unbelievable sport. It's very tough, but is that like a team sport kind of thing?
It's
Montez,
not a-
you're the golfer for the Olympics.
I mean, archery is a sport in the Olympics.
Okay.
Isn't table tennis?
So, I mean, when you think of it that way and you put golf in there, I think golf fits. You know what I mean?
If they take out baseball and softball.
Yeah. Why are they taking out
Roman
baseball
Greco
and
wrestling.
softball?
But they keep golf. I mean, golf is kind of like a one-man sport kind of thing. I hear what you're saying about archery and things like that.
Well,
like
what you
wrestling.
do when you play team golf, at least the way it was back in high school, you put you have 5 guys. They play around, and then you take the 4 lowest scores, and that's how you get like a team score.
Ah, okay.
But then also like the Ryder Cup, you play best ball matches or scramble matches, and you can play like 2 guys. Like let's say you and I play Dennis and Mike.
We would dominate.
You win.
I don't know. We'll have to see one day. But
You're on.
you know, like we would both hit a shot, and then we would play the best shot from there.
Best ball.
Yeah, best ball. And then, or if we played a scramble, we'd just take turns. You know, I mean, so there's different ways to play team golf. I don't know the format here. I haven't looked at it yet, but I don't know. I mean, when you think of the other sports, like we said, backgammon, you know, stuff like that are sports. Why
Kind of
shouldn't golf
wonky
be?
sports.
Oh, equestrian.
Huh?
Yeah.
You know, think about it from that standpoint. One golfer going out, hitting the ball. You got to go a certain distance, make par or less.
Yeah.
Okay, equestrian's the same thing. You don't have 2 riders on a horse. So you got to run the course. You got to do your thing. You know, javelin's the same thing. You don't have 2 guys throwing one javelin.
Well, that's very true. And also like running the 100
Yeah.
or the 200. But it's more of like a track team sport kind of thing, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know, it seems more team-like.
The one thing I love about the Olympics is the U.S. domination. We're always at the, near the top or at the top of
3.
the medal count. And the American pride, especially this year with everything going on in politics. It's nice we'll have a unifying,
Cheer for
something
the
we can all
flag.
cheer for. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's a good time for it.
And if you want to see real domination, just watch the basketball.
Oh, yeah.
Men's or women's, it's not even going to be close.
What was that Olympics? We got like a silver end?
04.
Yeah. How does that work?
Guys didn't want to be on the team. We had
Oh.
like a bunch of rookies on it, and none of the big names at the time, like Shaq wasn't on it. A bunch
But
of guys
we
wasn't on
invented
it.
the sport.
Yeah.
And the other thing I love about the Olympics is the babes on the U.S. team, like Alex Morgan, Kristen Press. Those are all on just the soccer team. Ali Krieger. Yeah. Great viewings.
Yeah.
They just passed out like 4,000 condoms or 45,000 condoms.
The
something
Olympic
ridiculous.
Village.
Yeah, for all the athletes, because all they do is hook up.
Yeah.
No, I mean, you've been waiting for so long. I mean, why not?
There's going to be a little bit of Zika spread in there.
This is
know
what
what I
my
mean.
career has come to.
It all came to this point.
Right.
What a short career.
Right.
I'm so sorry.
A Zika sex joke.
But last week we spoke about the sports that we look forward to the most. I said basketball. You said track and swimming, things like that. I don't remember the one you said. I don't think
Drinking.
You said you had one.
That's a
Sitting on the
sport.
couch.
Beer pong.
yeah, that's a sport.
Yeah, I think we talked about wrestling, track. I was big about track. I love the 100, 200, long jump, things like that. Things like Carl Lewis, not being there anymore, but remember, was it Randy Johnson? Michael Johnson. Things like that. And these guys, they run heroes. And that's awesome, because this is what, the Olympics is all about.
It's amazing to watch Usain Bolt run
Their
100.
stories.
Like his legs look like.
But they're not anywhere. Like,
What do you look forward to watching, Mr. Wu?
Actually, I've always liked race walking. I love
Really?
race walking. I love it. I just
Seriously?
think it's just.
That came
I can't
out
wait
of
for the
nowhere.
joke. Like,
No. Actually, I trained to be a race walker years ago when I actually had a figure.
pear shaped now.
Yeah, well, that's just my kidney. So, it's just one of those things that just always fascinated me because you have to have this certain gait.
Yeah.
Heel to toe, heel to toe. You can never leave one foot up while the other one's down. Both of them have to be down after another. Real.
People say they want. It's out and they kind of.
Everything just goes.
And if both feet are off the ground, something like that.
Time penalty.
Yeah.
It's 10 meters.
Stop right there.
Yeah, they put a gun to your head and say you're done.
You know what you did.
Yep.
Sounds
What'd
like
you
my kind of
learn?
sport right
No,
there.
but seriously, race walking has always been my favorite. I've always liked the 200 meter and javelin. I don't know why.
I'm looking at the list of sports here, and I'm trying to figure out some of these, like equestrian dressage.
dressage.
Yeah. So
See, if that's a sport, golf's a sport.
You're right. I take it back. Sorry, golf.
So they don't have lawn bowling,
no,
Olympic lawn bowling.
no more.
Galachi. What do they call that? They're talking about like the little ball.
Oh,
Old
yeah.
people.
Yeah. Well, can you imagine Olympic Pokemon?
Might as well.
Oh my god, that's a brilliant idea.
Sign me up.
The first one to catch them all wins gold.
There you go.
I have a chance to be an Olympic athlete.
Did you know handball is an Olympic sport?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Cholo ball.
You learn things here.
Cholo
Trampoline.
Trampoline is still in there.
Trampoline is an Olympic sport. I don't know what you
Yeah.
do on a trampoline.
God, I haven't seen that since Calgary. That was a winter sport. That was weird. Why would trampoline be a winter sport? You know, what do you you put on your parka and you start jumping?
How high do you jump in the snow and land on it? And water polo. I knew water polo.
I like water polo.
Water
No, I do like that.
Synchronized water polo.
Oh, well, synchronized, but do like water polo because that's pretty awesome. It's like a team. It's like soccer, but in the water, and you use your hands.
Yeah, ooh. Can you imagine if you touch the wrong thing that's in the water?
Oh yeah, rumble.
Oh, wow.
Right. Dennis with the penis joke. I would drown. I get so tired, like, oh god. Right.
You know what else I really enjoy watching is rowing. That's cool.
Rowing.
Oh, you
Yeah,
like that?
the synchronization those guys do and
Yeah.
girls do. I mean, both of them.
I was watching that in rowing. They're talking about the athletes are trying to keep their mouth shut while they're rowing in the water because they're so afraid of what they're going to get
Right.
because it's so disgusting.
Right.
Well, the ramp for them also this Saturday collapsed.
Oh,
So they have to
That'll
find a
help.
way to completely rebuild this by Friday whenever everything gets started.
Woof.
just a shit show.
Woof.
Literally.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah, man, you talk
Literally.
about putting it right into the dumper. Yikes.
They call it the poop shoot.
The Rio Olympics.
Would you guys go if you guys had an opportunity and it's something you've worked for your whole life? Would you all still go,
Of course.
knowing that you were, maybe gonna eat shit?
Might die.
Literally.
Yeah.
Well, if I were a
I'd
swimmer,
go
I
and
wouldn't
find
go.
McDonald's.
Yeah, if I were a swimmer, I probably wouldn't go. But if I were on track and field,
Yeah.
what the hell? Yeah, I'd go.
Basketball.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know,
But if you were a
Zika
canoer, you wouldn't go. I
No.
probably wouldn't go. If I was in canoeing,
Anything on the actual water, no.
Yeah.
No,
Wow.
not at all.
I mean, it's hard to wear it like a head condom.
Yo, gas mask, where you going? Golly, so
Holy
terrible.
cow!
See, but that's the
Yikes.
thing I don't get about golf is like, I mean, maybe you got the water hazards there and stuff like that, but you're not really out in the water. You're just hanging out, you know.
Oh, the mosquitoes.
Yeah, but it's the
Yeah,
mosquitoes
it's the
out in
mosquito,
front.
the Zika thing.
Yeah,
Are
you're
a
out
lot
there.
of- okay, I don't play golf, so I don't know. Is there a lot of mosquitoes on the golf course?
It
Well,
just
you've got
depends on
grass.
where.
Yeah, there's water hazards and stuff like that. It's
Yeah,
a
those
jungle
could
that
be.
they're in,
No. But you know,
I figured the raw sewage would kill all them.
eaten by an anaconda.
well, see, that's a good point. It's wintertime in Rio.
I didn't think about that. Yeah, because
Yeah.
there's southern hemisphere.
Yeah.
And they're pretty far down there too.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they
Heat up
shouldn't
education.
have a mosquito problem.
Mhm.
So if they do, holy cow. Man, you talking about resistance?
Just throw
literal-
gas in the ditches like we do here in
Yeah.
El Paso.
Yeah.
Nah.
Put petroleum in it and we'll kill them all.
There'll
Yeah.
be frozen shit sickles floating around through all the rivers.
So gross. Like 80% of that water is contaminated, so they're saying. There's only like 20% that's usable off the beach, not just being around it.
Well, IOC, this is what you get whenever you take it to a third world country. I mean,
Yeah.
Mhm.
You really
Come
showed
on.
America.
Yeah. Bring
Well,
your athletes to this shit storm.
Look what happened when they went to China. I mean, China was beautiful facilities, but holy crap, the infrastructure suck.
Mhm.
Yeah, especially after the Olympics were over.
Yeah.
All those like concrete structures and stuff like that are just degrading, falling apart everywhere. Just it's terrible.
Yeah.
It's like when the Olympics come to town, they just shred your city and then they leave.
That's why I like the idea
Yeah.
that you had mentioned last week about instead of going to one designated city, you go to the country, you find, venues there. Like the United States, we'd be able to host it all the time.
Of course,
And when Trump wins his presidency, we will host
you're
it
all
the
out of
time.
here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
'Cause we're
Half
gonna win
our-
everything.
Half our
Yeah.
team is
We're gonna
gone.
win everything.
Anyway, they can run, jump, and swim is off the team. See what I did there?
It's gonna be huge.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
I got a plan. I don't know what it is yet, but I got
But
one.
I got it. He's got it.
Yeah, Ivanka wrote a speech. 4 scores and 7 years ago. Wrong speech, Ivanka. Okay.
I had a dream. Wait.
Nope, that's not the one. Hold on, I wrote it myself.
But Would you? I mean, you brought up the question, Michael. Would you go to the Olympics if you had the opportunity? Like you said,
I'm with you guys. If it was something in the water, hell no. Like, and it would also really depend, like the golf course. I mean, there's different kinds of golf course setups. So if it's something like that's on the beach, probably not. You know, but if it's something more inland, where it's kind of maybe not as around, you know, all that literal shit.
Yeah.
You know, then I probably would. I mean, it would just kind of depend on the situation. But like basketball, yeah, for sure I would go.
The situation.
Yeah, you know, especially if I'm staying on a yacht with like.
Yeah, hotties.
Yeah, like 100 chicks coming in per day, like
Next.
you, and you, and you. Let's go.
We just won gold.
Yeah. Lamar Odom over there. Get all cooked up and on Viagra. Have yourself a stroke. Right. Chloe shows up. Lamar!
The rowing team's not the only one leaving there with a stroke.
Hey!
Hey, I'm fired today, Tipton.
It's a golf joke. Hey.
Stroke
There's
today.
your stroke.
With your wood.
Nice.
But in other sports news, I mean, outside this terrible Olympics that we're going to be,
What do you think the ratings are going to be like?
I think the ratings will be the same. I think people
Yeah.
are going to tune in and watch. It's just,
The people there are gonna have a
yeah.
shitty time,
Yeah.
basically. See what I did there?
Yeah,
I did.
I did. Very nice.
Puns are everywhere
I
today.
like that.
It's really easy to work in the shit.
It's raining shitty puns.
Holy cow.
What do you think they'll drop pretty significantly?
I think so. I don't think right now, gauged by what I don't hear on the streets and what I don't hear from people, I don't think anybody gives a damn about the Olympics.
Is that just like now, like the way people think, or is that because of these Olympics?
About these Olympics.
Oh.
I don't think there's no star power. Really and truly, look at the whole picture. You don't have star power
No
anymore.
Michael Johnsons and stuff like
I
that.
think
Carl
you
Lewis
do, though.
is-
Like, you have
you
Michael
still got
Phelps.
Michael Phelps.
Okay.
Missy Franklin's going to pull in a lot of viewers.
Who?
Missy Franklin, the
Who's
swimmer. The swimmer from Colorado. She won a crap load. She was like
Yeah.
16, I think, the first time, or something ridiculous like
She
that.
may draw in Western states, but I don't think she's going to draw in the entire nation. Sadly enough, I don't think that these Olympics are going to draw hardly anything like they're hoping they will.
The basketball ratings aren't going to be there because we all know what's going to happen.
Yeah, see, I could see that because who's going to want to watch, them win by 50 every game?
Oh, it's like an all-star game
Well,
now.
yeah.
And plus, you don't have LeBron James, Steph Curry, some of these bigger name guys. You got Carmelo Anthony, who I found out today is the all-time leader for the United States in points scored in the Olympics.
Wow.
He's a
Carmelo
four-time
Anthony.
Olympian.
Mellow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Only time he plays defense.
How many, and,
At
how,
the Olympics.
and how many channels are you going to be able to see this on? Right.
One or two? Like NBC, I think, is the one that carries it.
MSNBC.
And then
Yeah.
Sports NBC or something
All
like
of the NBC Universal channels. So whatever you want, it's there,
Yeah.
and you can stream it whenever. And the streaming is probably what's going to kill the terrestrial ratings.
I think about
Yeah,
that.
that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Because if I can carry it on my phone, why the hell would I turn on Channel 9?
Yeah, exactly.
that. I'll watch it. Like, whenever I can, I'll
Brings that
watch it.
knowledge.
Whenever I have, an opportunity to watch, I'll watch it. Just because,
Like I
it
said,
happens only 4 years.
Competition.
I'll
Right.
watch the basketball games because I just love watching basketball. I mean, I watch Summer League. Who the hell watches Summer League basketball?
You.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Jericho.
I'm gonna watch. Yeah, Jericho. I'm gonna watch just because that. You know what I mean? But as far as some of the other sports go, I don't have the last couple of ones you had that investment in Michael Phelps to see if he was gonna break these records and do all these things, to see if Ryan Lochte was gonna be able to live up to this hype.
Dumb as a brick.
Yeah, seems like one too.
He's in my Bleacher Report.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. And I just think you don't have the stories, like the whole. I think since day one, this whole country's been like, the Rio Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
Meh.
Right. It's the May Olympics. That's the logo.
May Olympics.
Meh.
Meh.
Meh. It's meh, and instead of having like the little circles at the bottom, it's just a turd.
Yeah. Yeah, the Eagles just sitting there going,
I can see it.
yeah.
But other sports stuff going on. Yesterday was a trade deadline with MLB, which is one of these weird things because it actually landed on the 1st of August. It's normally always July 31st, but I think this is the first time I could remember it being on the 1st of August.
Rangers got Tolson. That's
They
his
got
name.
Tolson. They got also
Yeah.
Carlos Beltran.
Yeah, from the Yankees, right?
Yeah.
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 They're looking pretty good.
The
Playoff run?
The Rangers addressed what they needed, which was to get another bat, get some pitching. You know, hopefully they can win that division. They should.
Yeah.
I mean, all signs are pointing they should. But the team that everyone was kind of surprised with was actually being the seller this year was the Yankees, because as we've known for the last 2 decades, they don't sell. They hold on hard to whatever it is they got, but they got rid of guys. They got rid of Aroldis Chapman,
That's right.
Andrew Miller, and
Old Chokey.
Yeah, old Chokey himself.
Yeah, he likes to choke his girlfriend every now and then.
Shit.
Carlos Beltran. And they got rid of Carlos Beltran, but they gained so much in prospects.
Right.
As a
Farm
matter,
team.
As a matter of fact, they even gained the top prospect in MLB, which was the shortstop from the Cubs. I can't think of his name off the top of my head right now. But they're building for the future, and it's weird to say that as a Yankees fan.
Yeah, Steinbrenner's like spinning in his grave.
Yeah.
Who in the world? I hate my kids.
How come we don't have a depleted farm system right now?
Yeah.
Sell the single A team.
Yeah. I want A-Rod back. I want 4 more A-Rods.
Charge more for the Sabret hot dogs.
Yeah.
We gotta pay for this.
Yeah. $20 hot dog.
Where's Roger Clemens? Bring him too.
Yeah.
But Michael Montes' team, the Dodgers.
Dodgers.
The Doyers.
Yes. Sending Yasiel
Yeah.
Quick
Puig
down to the minors.
So he was angry, and then he had
He
a
walked
little
away.
walk-off. Yeah, but then that didn't happen. You hear about that?
No.
Yeah, supposedly that didn't happen after all. That was just some media hype.
Woof.
Yeah,
don't know
check
about
that out.
Agent? Do you think it's an agent or thing, or is it? Who started the rumor?
I'm paid to lead, not to read.
Yeah.
So no, I was just like checking it out on like Bleacher Report or like ESPN. I think in the bottom crawl, and they're talking about it was just fabricated that he was upset and left in a huff, but really and truly he was just like and didn't even show up to the
Play,
clubhouse.
Team charter.
Yeah. So it was just one of those things. But how do you send him to the minor leagues?
Because he's
Well,
batting
he's-
260.
he's
He's
batting
garbage,
260.
and he has a crappy attitude.
He does have a
Yeah.
terrible attitude. That's the
So-
problem.
Several
with him.
attitudes, 7 home runs, 32 RBIs in 90 games.
And he's
Yeah.
batting 260.
So
He needs
where
a
is he
talking to.
now?
Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma City.
Okay.
He
He's
got
going to
sent
be here
down.
in El Paso in a few weeks.
Is he?
Yeah.
I will be
Wow.
there.
yeah.
Then maybe
With my
I'll go to
Puig
a
jersey.
game.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
I
maybe
will
I'll go to
definitely
a
be,
game.
and I'm so excited about that.
For your party.
I'm so
I'm
excited.
extra excited about it.
Yeah, I can't
You
wait now.
ungrateful.
Ungrateful little owl.
Now I have a reason to go to the game. Before,
Yeah, I'm gonna watch the game this time. So I just walk around and get wasted.
Well, see, and the trade deadline really now is going to affect the Chihuahuas because the Padres got rid of a lot of players. They sold off a lot of guys, including Matt Kemp. Who,
And I'm surprised they didn't already call up Hunter Renfroe.
that's what I was about to get to. I'm surprised that he hasn't gone. That this whole team hasn't just been decimated by being called up to the majors.
Was Blosh sent up?
Blash was sent up.
Yeah, he was on
I'm
fire.
surprised. Yeah, but I would think Hunter was more on fire than he was.
Blash, Renfroe, and Hector Sanchez. I'm surprised Hector Sanchez hasn't been called up.
Just killing it.
Remember his first, what was it, 8 at bats? He had
Like
6
4 home
extra
runs or
base hits.
something like that.
He had 2 doubles.
He was
and 4
batting
home runs.
500 for like the first 2 weeks he was here, wasn't
Yeah.
he? Something ridiculous like
Yeah,
that.
he's still batting 380 something right now. The guy is on absolute fire. I'm surprised he hasn't been called up. Renfroe, like you said, I mean, it's only a matter of time before he's up in the majors on a regular basis.
Yeah, he's not gonna be here long.
No, definitely not.
I mean, this if he stays the rest of the year, which I'm assuming at this point he would if they didn't call him up already. But like next year, I don't see him being down here at all.
No.
You
No.
know, and
The
it's just a
Padres-
matter of him and Hedges staying up there.
Yeah, the Padres outfield is going to include Dickerson and Renfroe, and their catcher will probably
Dickerson's
be.
starting to kill it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's a beast. Where's that Decker at?
Decker is in Double-A for Boston right now.
He's in
Man.
Rancho Cucamonga.
He's playing for the former El Paso Diablos.
Oh man, right. Taylor Paul and all those guys.
But you
Jim
see-
Paul.
The thing is, the guy could hit home runs. Like he can mash the hell out of the ball, but he can't get on base.
Oh yeah.
And that was why that's why San Diego let him go. That's why Kansas City let him go. That's why
The Dodgers let him go. Yeah, there's a couple
Yeah.
teams that he came out for.
He's been on 4 different teams just this year,
Mm.
and that doesn't include the Chihuahuas who just didn't sign him. You know, the guy's going to get you 15, 20, maybe 25 home runs, but he's going to have like a 210 batting average or 190, and he had the highest batting average of his career last year in El Paso at like 255.
You don't think he could pinch hit somewhere?
He could pinch hit, but
But it's still he strikes out too
yeah,
much.
and he
Yeah.
can't play defense.
I hear you.
So
TH.
But he does have
could-
a bobblehead.
He's got a bobblehead
That's
here in
true.
El Paso.
He's
And
a
for
pass on
some-
royalty.
And for some reason, he's still like the man here.
Yeah, we love him.
I love him.
I
I
interviewed him.
went and bought a dog, and his name is Cody Decker.
Hashtag MCM. That's gonna be Michael Montes' That Guy Tuesday. Cody
I'm
Decker,
cool with that.
guy. Really, you named a dog Cody Decker?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
I don't
I
have
was
a
gonna
dog.
say, man.
You
If I
sold
bought a dog,
that.
I would name him Kershaw, though. That is true.
I have a friend named his dog Corky.
Yeah. Or I would name my dog Chente.
Chente.
Tripod.
Hey!
I named my dog Kurt Schilling
Hey!
There you
or Michael Vick.
go.
Oh.
Oh,
Too
wow.
soon, really?
No, it's not. It's been long. He paid his debt.
Yeah, he did.
And hell he did. He killed, what, like 300 dogs? They're
He
still
was in
digging up
jail.
dogs.
He didn't kill those dogs.
They just
Oh,
fought.
they killed each other. My
Yeah,
bad.
Yeah.
That's not his fault. He just sponsored it. Happened at his house.
His
Paid for the
brothers
dogs to get bigger and stronger to kill each other.
did. Yeah.
I don't know. I can forgive and forget, and I understand he went to prison and stuff like that. But he killed dogs, like a
Yeah.
bunch of dogs. Like, no, sir, no. And he's still playing in the NFL. I want to forgive and forget, I do, but man, can't be killing dogs, making them fight. I love dogs.
Who
Hey,
doesn't
I
love
am a
him?
dog.
I stopped watching the Eagles when he went to the Eagles.
Ah,
That was
did you
dope.
really?
Yeah,
Good for
seriously.
you.
Wow.
You should have kept stop watching the Eagles.
Yeah, no kidding.
No one else is watching them.
Go see
Oh,
Are you an
Cowboys.
Eagles
cow.
fan?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
only
Sorry.
team in the NFC
Hey,
East that
nobody's
doesn't have a ring.
perfect. Nobody's perfect. Everything else is perfect. Just
He roots for the underdog.
That's-
Bless you.
I didn't sneeze, but thank you.
You're missing T.O. and McNabb days.
No, I'm
McNabb thrown up in the Super Bowl.
I'm missing the Randall Cunningham days.
There you go,
Those
scrambling,
are the
rambling.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
the
remember
Betty
him.
Ryan defense.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I
The
saw
bounties.
Randall Cunningham play here, UNLV against UTEP.
Wow.
Really?
Years ago.
I don't remember that.
Dating
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah. I got underwear older than you.
Right on. Thanks for
That's
wearing
all.
underwear.
Just kill me
At least
today.
Somebody in the room's wearing underwear tonight.
I didn't say I was wearing them.
Hey!
You haven't watched him since
Commando.
then either.
The shootout's going commando tonight.
Yeah, there we go.
They'll be walking in here as soon as you guest on this too.
You throw them against the wall and they slide down.
No, they scream.
Oh,
Hey!
Hey.
throwing against the wall, they disintegrated.
Yeah. Thank you.
It was a good run.
Kind of like little gremlins when you throw water on them, all of a sudden they start coming after you. Don't do that to me anymore. Let's go to Rio.
Go home.
That's good stuff, man.
Wow, I don't even know where to go from
I,
there.
where were we? I was like, where's that?
Maybe NFL training camp.
Yeah, we can talk about some training camp.
There you go.
Cowboys
Right.
are missing a bunch of guys.
Ezekiel.
How can you consider yourself a contender when you have three guys missing camp and missing games because of substance abuse issues?
Who considers themselves a contender in that?
Like the
aspect?
Cowboys. Like
They
how
are
can-
high as all hell.
That's literally.
Yeah.
But you know, I
Rolando,
mean,
the scissor up.
yeah, you can't.
Man.
You can't be taken serious when you have three guys that are going to miss the start of the season because of drug use.
Sipping that drink.
On the defense. God bless.
Our defensive line is going to be terrible at first.
No.
We should go out there and try out this weekend for the Cowboys D line.
Is this replacement weekend?
It might as well
For the
be.
Cowboys, it is. For the first 4 weeks, it is on the
Yeah.
front.
Cool. I want to be a kicker.
It's like the strike season.
That's what it feels like.
There you go.
But I don't know. I mean, I don't think the Cowboys were even considered to be a contender going into this season.
Well, the defense is going to be good with Ezekiel Elliott and
He can
Alfred
block.
Morris and I forget the name of number 20, McFadden.
DMC.
The line should be great. You still have Whitten. I mean, even though he's on his
You're
fastest
forgetting.
prime.
Des Bryant.
Des Bryant ain't got into the outside yet.
Terrence Williams.
Throw up the axe.
Beasley, you know, I mean, their offense should be phenomenal, but they're going to have to score like 40 points a game.
Got Brandon used car back there, man.
Brandon Hughes.
Joe Man Jones.
That
Mo
jalopy.
Claiborne. you
Mo
know,
Mo.
It's just
No Mo Claiborne. That's what it is, man.
Is he still at safety?
Hashtag toast.
So I take it the D line is really suspect.
Our D line is suspect. Our secondary is suspect. The linebackers' health is suspect.
Rolando,
you sure
10
you guys
games.
didn't like swap uniforms with?
guys.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Hey, you know,
Romo by week 6.
you know,
No.
Will Orlando.
Romo take a hit, man.
Yeah, like I say, he's jacked.
That's funny stuff.
Robo Cup.
Panthers destroyed him.
Yeah, they did. And I was at that game.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, I went to that game on Thanksgiving. I had all kinds of hype because they had just blend.
Right.
I was like, Romo's gonna get this right. We playoff bound.
First quarter
there, and then all of a sudden, sack,
crunch.
And he like goes and he holds his shoulder.
Yep.
And like you're looking at the field and you're like, nah, he didn't grab his shoulder, did he? And then you look up, and there's 60 yards of Tony Romo holding his shoulder, and that's when you realize, well, our season is just done.
Yeah,
Why did I buy a ticket to this game?
I remember watching at my brother's house, like, oh, he broke his collarbone again.
Or
He heard it, yeah.
I was at the station just going, I don't understand about the Cowboys.
That's Thanksgiving. That's what I did for Thanksgiving is I went to go watch Tony Romo
And
get
cried.
Finish the season, yeah.
They drafted a linebacker in the second round. He was, great linebacker out of Notre Dame, but he's not going to play for a year.
Mm-hmm.
We need him now. Sean Lee's going to get hurt, like you said, after the fourth game. Rolando's done for 10 games. If Roy comes back.
We have
If he
backup
comes back.
We have backup
If he comes back.
linebackers. What is his name? Dion Williams shot himself in the eye with a paintball gun.
Right.
Yeah, nice.
We picked up a linebacker that played with us like 3 years ago or something like
Justin
that.
Durant. He's
Yeah,
pretty good. He's good.
all right. Yeah.
He's solid, but he's not like a game changer.
He's usable,
Yeah.
but nah.
I do like Marinelli, or I think that's his
Rod
name.
Rod Marinelli.
The D coordinator. I like him a lot because his defensive always play really, really hard, and he's going to get everything he can out of him. But when you're playing like a third string defensive end, starting,
Was he the head coach for the Detroit Lions that went 0-16 or something like
yeah,
that?
but he's a really good D coordinator.
They also had John Kitten as a quarterback.
That's true.
It wasn't even
was a
Kitten,
Cowboy
it
quarterback.
was Orlovsky.
Yeah,
or whatever.
Dan Orlovsky.
The
Ran
guy who
out
ran out
of-
of the back of the end zone.
Yeah.
Got a
remember?
safety.
My God.
God.
So you mean I could run 10 yards back, but I can't go further than that?
Yeah.
Let's go
No.
12.
Well, I didn't get tackled, did I?
He's still trying to throw the damn ball, too.
Yeah. Y'all didn't see that.
He runs around the goalpost twice. Oh, yeah. But the Cowboys season,
You sure you didn't get him from the CFL?
we got it from like that electronic football game back in the day.
It vibrates.
I was watching the CFL game on Thursday night or Friday night. They show those now on ESPN too, and it's pretty awesome.
You just watch it now because you want to justify the
52-yard line.
No. I watched it because it was on and it's football.
Yeah?
You know what I mean? And it was like, man, this is okay.
You
These
see
two
a-
Lions right on. Let's do this.
Chris Carter's kid
No.
plays in the CFL. Yeah, he's real good. And he got a fight with the other team's coach during the game and tried to fight the coach or bump the coach.
Oh,
And,
was that who that was?
Yeah, and
I
none of
saw
the
that.
players really came to
I
back
was
up the
watching
coach.
that.
Was
Yeah.
there a
Yeah.
fall guy?
Oh yeah, it was him. But I mean, someone bumps a coach, or from the other team comes and starts, and they were like, meh.
Well,
Yeah.
they're Canadian. They're passive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
You
leave him
know-
alone, eh?
You know who's a stud in that league? The guy that played at MSU, Chris Williams, like the fastest dude ever. He was like a 4'3" guy, and he kills it. He's super tiny, but he's super fast.
Well, Dennis brought to my attention the other day that we actually have some UTEP alums that play up in the
Yeah,
CFL.
Joe
Brandon
West played
Craig.
up there for a while. Who else?
Brandon Craighead has a Grey Cup ring. On
Wow.
his rookie year, he was first round draft pick with the Calgary
Oh, that's
Stampeders.
right. That
So-
offensive tackle.
Right.
Yeah,
So
that
he-
guy's huge.
Yeah. Nicest guy in the world, but God, he's like a wall.
Yeah.
And he's got a Grey Cup ring in his rookie year.
The only thing that I can't get past, I could watch some Canadian football, but I can't get past the fact that the end zone is
20
40
yards.
damn yards,
Yeah.
and the goalpost is halfway in the thing.
Yeah.
It's, I don't know, I guess just mind-wise, it just kind of messes me up. The 55-yard line I can get used to. Maybe we'll get a 56-yard line out of it later on this
What the
year.
hell?
Yeah.
I'll say 56 for you. Come on to a game. You'll hear 56.
Tackle at the 56-yard line. Mr. Montez, we're going to have a talk about alcohol use.
What do you mean? It's just a shot of Jaeger. I do it every game.
I swear drunk, I'm not God.
Yeah, but it's football.
Yeah,
That's the
it
reason
is.
I'm watching it, because
True.
it's football.
You
Or
need to
last.
watch. You need to watch the Grey Cup on Thanksgiving weekend when they throw the party. It's huge
Really?
because when they did it in Edmonton, it was minus 19 degrees.
Holy cow.
85,000 people at this stadium, freezing to death.
Right, with no
and
shirts on.
screaming. Oh yeah, and the Sheepdogs playing the Canadian national anthem, and I'm thinking, man, this rocks. This is really awesome.
Tough.
Yeah, and the cheerleaders are cheering, and they're flying. The spandex is frozen, and man, you're just loving it. Those legs kick up, and I'm like, oh,
They don't come back down. They just.
I'm so proud to be a Canadian. Oh, you salute the maple leaf and all that, and you're good to go. Plus those Tim Horton donuts, man.
Oh yeah, Tim Hortons is good.
Yeah,
That's a good place right there.
see.
Yeah, it is.
Good.
You know that Tim Horton's supposed to be coming down here. They own Burger King.
Nice.
So
Really?
Tim Hortons is now coming into the States.
Oh wow.
That place is literally like their McDonald's. It is everywhere, but it's actually good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great place.
Mhm.
Plus,
There you
I drove through Edmonton in middle November whenever I went up to Alaska. You see the pictures of Pittsburgh, like how it's that real dank, typical what you think of
Great.
football in
Yeah.
the
Heinz
winter
Field.
time. Yeah, multiply that times 10, and that's Edmonton.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, wow.
That
Oh,
place looks like you are just gonna like walk through there and become more of a man. I actually used to sound like Vossel until I drove through there twice.
Changed ya.
Hey
yeah.
guys.
Hey. But yeah, I guess I might have some plans. It'll
Mhm.
add to more football on Thanksgiving. You got your normal games. You're gonna see the Cowboys.
I've watched a couple games. That's like the third game I watched this year, just because it's football.
What is it, Saskatchewan and Calgary?
The other night it was BC, the BC Lions, and I forget who they played. Maybe Edmonton.
The Argonauts.
I forget who it was.
That's the only
It must-
Canadian team I know.
No, you know
Well,
what?
At this time of year, it's probably going to be division versus division. So if you saw BC, they were probably either playing Edmonton, Saskatchewan, or Calgary.
I forget who it was. I don't know who they played, but I'm for sure it's the BC Lions because I really dug their
The
uniforms.
Montreal Alouettes.
No, it wasn't them.
Oh, Ottawa Red Blacks. They used to be the Rough Riders.
Yeah.
Red Blacks. That's an awesome name.
Yeah, it really is.
It's cool just to see the uniforms.
Oh, yeah.
like they're different and stuff.
Mhm.
Because commercial, they'll do like the rule differences.
Mhm.
Oh, explain it?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
'cause you can have two guys in motion. You can have
Yeah,
all
like
kinds of
all
things.
the receivers can be in motion. They can all be running towards the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
And the field's wider.
Like arena football.
No,
I mean,
it's
not
wide.
wide. I'm talking about emotion receivers.
Yeah.
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 We're like we said wider. Will.
Also, when you kick your field goal, if you miss and the opponent catches it out of the end zone or in the end zone, you get a point.
Yeah, it's a rouge or something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
You get a point. And if you run it out rather than to stay in the thing and you score a touchdown, it's 8 points.
Wow.
See, that I didn't know. I knew
Wacky.
Get the 1 point and then the 8 points if you run
I'll
it.
start watching some more Canadian football, man.
Yeah,
Dude,
messing
it's
up the
Dude, you're
rules.
talking 110 yards from goal to goal. But now you're talking 20 yards inside of the goal.
150
So you could-
yard field.
Oh, absolutely.
Huge.
It's huge. You can drive a truck through this whole thing. That's why I love watching the Grey Cup because it's magnificent. It really is, and it's frozen.
That's perfect for me.
It's
I need to
cold.
I need to join like Canadian football just so I can go out there and wing that thing.
Yeah.
And I think
Sling
they
it
show
out there.
games for sure Thursday nights because it's Thursday night football
Yeah.
Mhm.
on ESPN too. And I don't know if it's Friday. too,
There's a
maybe?
Friday night
Yeah, see, because I thought I saw one on Friday, but I didn't get to watch it
because
'cause I had to
that's
watch
that's the
something else.
Canadian affiliate TSN.
Yeah.
And so TSN does ESPNU. TSN does ESPNU on a Friday night. Because I'll go to 5 Points Bistro and knock down a 6-pack and watch those games. And then there's on Saturday night there's arena football because
Okay.
I'm always following Arizona Rattlers. They're doing really good.
I love arena football. You can like reach out and grab a player in arena football, and it's okay.
Yeah.
But they might grab you back though. So
It was
gotta be a little
cool.
careful.
It was cool when El Paso had the Rumble.
Oh, the Generals.
Then the Generals.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Rumble I think was the first team.
Right.
Ah.
And I went to a couple of those games, and yeah, you could literally sit like row one, and a guy flies into your lap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And-
You have the ball and you get to keep it and all that other stuff. Yeah.
It's like a
great.
white ball too, right? With like a blue ring
Well,
around it.
well, it depends on what league.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I remember Lee Mays and Cappy were announcers for that for the Generals.
Oh, were they?
Mhm.
Yeah, a few years ago when they came in, it was Lee Mays and Cappy.
I was gone during that time.
Yeah.
We made.
So was the team.
They actually did quite well. The Generals did quite well considering that they didn't have a budget, B, a general manager, C, a quarterback, and D, really and truly any support.
Yeah.
You know,
But then they folded up, didn't they? In the
Yeah.
middle
Well,
of
they
like,
had
the
to,
second
'cause they-
season or something. They just couldn't.
they couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
There was no budget, no general manager, no nothing.
Yeah.
And the uniforms are starting to get recalled. Try playing arena foot in their street clothes. That ain't fun. Sorry,
Right. How El Paso can you be? You don't even have uniforms. You're making your own.
Who's on our team? The guys who aren't dressed right.
Yeah. So that wonky guy over there. What the heck?
That's when you change the name of the whole thing. You change the whole complexion and call it El Paso Cholos. Que quieren cabrones? Vámonos.
¿Qué sabes qué ese?
Yep. Bring it on, ese.
The
True
Will
that.
Herons
Yep.
Spanish hour.
Yeah, right. I have a great accent, but I don't know what the hell I'm saying. So.
Oh, the other day when I asked, we had class kind of right next to each other.
Oh, yeah, right.
I showed up right in the middle of your Family Feud video.
Oh, you saw it?
No, I didn't.
I put a commercial of our podcast and work.
That's the page, right?
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
of this.
Yeah, do that first. Be one of my 11 subscribers. Get me to my million.
I'm two of those.
Okay, I need to start ponying up and doing that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you
Shoot
go.
on YouTube.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe I should get a YouTube account. What do you think?
You should.
Very
You should.
easy.
Everyone should.
Incredible.
Yeah.
I have one.
You can subscribe to all three of us.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
I think my highest watched video is like 50 views. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, knocking
Getting
them
up there.
down, kids.
Yeah.
All right.
Pay me.
You're almost viral.
$250,000 short, but
Yeah, that's not the type of viral you're used to.
yeah, I
You're
know,
almost,
right.
You're almost there.
You always got to bring up old shit, don't you?
Literally.
It never goes away.
Viral like Zika.
Yeah.
You
Y'all itching
betcha.
too?
So we're back to the Zika, and we're back to the poop, and we're back to,
Yeah.
okay.
We're back where we started.
Yeah.
Going right around the pooper.
Speaking of poop, I got these Bleacher Reports
Let us
ready to
know
go
about it. Do
too.
it.
Huh? Let's end this dumpster fire. Rolando McClain
Boo.
showed up 40 pounds overweight because he'd been drinking a purple drink and he got in trouble.
40 pounds, that I hadn't heard.
40 pounds
Sipping that
overweight.
Scissor.
Yeah, that scissor puts a little weight on you. So, Bleacher Report's Tacoma Smith. In related news, Johnny Manziel reportedly put on 40 pounds due to white powdered donuts.
Oh.
Lord.
So I did that.
Alrighty.
That was bad.
That was
All right.
pretty good.
Let's get into Draymond Green.
Oh my God! This.
Oh, they
Oh
were
my
great. The
God.
Draymond ones are awesome. So Draymond Green,
Is this about his dick pic?
yeah, his accidental, yeah,
Snapchat out.
yeah, he got hacked.
Who the hell hacks your Snapchat, man?
Yeah, for a penis pic.
My God.
Come on, you're not that cool. So, Draymond Green gets offered $100,000 to do a video for Pornhub. You hear about this?
Pornhub?
Oh yeah. Anyways,
You bet.
yeah. Bleacher Report's Josh Gant wrote, Draymond Green accidentally whips out his dick off to do porn. I whip my dick out at Home Depot and get asked to leave. Go figure. I unlocked. You guys see that? Juan Durant, I think that's his real name, writes, his hair will be dark brown after getting into the pool. All right, and then finally, let's put this thing to bed. Draymond Green claims to be hacked after his not suitable for work pics come out. Guy by the name of Winchester, Reddix, Westfield. I'm thinking they're making up these names. I don't
That's
know.
gotta be
Perhaps.
fake.
Got it.
Yeah.
Right. Draymond Green be like, I was hacked games 5, 6, and 7 of the 2016 finals.
Wow.
Those are pretty good tonight, Thrillers.
I gave myself a B.
I don't know. Those were really funny, but last week's story was incredible.
Oh,
Story time. was
Story
well
time
done.
as well was good.
Story
I
time.
listened to that thing about 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
did,
good stuff,
yeah.
dude.
Those racism people.
Kind of, and chaparrals at the hills have eyes.
Chaparral.
That was classic.
Golly.
Yes.
It was so hot out there. It was like 104 degrees.
We gotta make like T-shirts like chaparral at the hills have eyes.
The best is like he says about Luke's career ending or whatever.
The high point of our career.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm your
He's like, you
intern.
won't see me in that one. I wasn't in the background
No,
there.
you'll know her see me creeping, but not in this one.
Yeah, he sneaks me in there. I find my way to be inside the package or something like that. But not on that one. That's a Luke special.
Oh, my God.
That's good stuff, man.
Bad.
And Mexicans are taking our jobs.
Yeah, these
Yeah.
Mexicans come over from Mexico and they're taking our jobs.
Have you ever been to Chick-fil-A?
No. Bad.
That was good one. That was good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
We'll go ahead and end this. What do you guys say?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right. I'd like to thank all our guests who came on. Coach Cross, also Bree Thomas, the Shark,
The shark.
came on here.
Dun. Dun, 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 dun. I like that. I'm
Michael
telling you.
Montes' little cousin there.
Little cuz.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Were y'all kissing cousins?
No, she's like 15 years younger than
Oh,
me.
yeah. Better not do that.
No, she's
Better
like
not get
super
caught doing
young.
that.
No, she's like super
I was
young.
about to ask you,
Super cute.
how you gonna say that they were kissing cousins? He didn't know anything about her, remember?
Oh, yeah.
We're second cousins.
Well, you can still. Oh, wait. No, I'm sorry.
It's not Arkansas. Dude.
Touche, Dennis.
And you talk about chaparral.
Yeah.
Wow.
Squeal like a pig.
I'd like to also thank our good friend Augie Torres coming on here and not giving us any information at all.
Oh, that'd be
At
so
all.
smart.
He wouldn't bend.
Really?
None.
Tried everything I could. I was sitting
Oh.
up on the left, him on the right, going right up the front. Nope.
He ran circles around us tonight.
Dead.
Should have offered him a 40-ouncer, man.
That will be next time.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah.
yeah.
Does he like King Cobra?
We'll find
Who doesn't?
out.
Who
Some
doesn't?
old E.
Yeah, that's
the
what I'm
way to go
thinking.
right there.
Yeah, I've got a bottle of Reposado sitting in the office, come to think of it. Could lube him up.
I thought it was a little earlier there, Dennis. Oh, I was like,
You didn't ask.
now I know.
Speaking of ghetto things, I was looking through my liquor cabinet the other day. I found a bottle of MD 2020.
Oh,
Mad Dog.
And it was a blue one. I don't remember what the flavors are. I just know it's blue.
Better
Oh,
check
God.
that born on date, man.
I'll still drink it. I don't care. Come on, man. I'm a borderline alcoholic.
Yeah, cross that line a couple times.
You just pour it over shaved ice and everybody's good.
Yeah, there you go. You call it a tiger's blood or whatever the hell.
Border my ass. I crossed that a long time ago. Got the T-shirt and everything.
Dennis, I'd like to thank you for coming on here with us as well.
What a treat.
All right.
Thank you for the invitation. I really like this. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I was going to be sitting at home eating bean dip without Fritos. So, yeah.
So have you
Thank
slept yet?
You saved me, huh?
Have you slept yet? I know you have a sleeping
Since
problem. Last week?
2008.
I slept in 2008 once.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's
So 2009. Yeah.
Excellent. So you're doing better.
Yeah, I think so. You've never lived until you see how many sunsets and sunrises all look the same.
I bet.
After a while.
You're fun to drive with.
Oh. Sleep apnea. Yeah, I don't even know how to spell it.
You're why I wear my seatbelt.
Yeah.
But on behalf of Vassal Zabanal, Michael Montes,
Muscle. He's the worst.
Michael Montes, Will Heron, I am the gunslinger Michael Tipton. We'll see y'all next week.
Beast.
Yay. Thank you.
Goodbye, YouTubes.
Deuce.